Hello and welcome to the LiveScore watch-along. We're here for another massive night of European football in the Champions League. Chelsea travel to the Bernabeu to play Real Madrid 3-1 down from the first leg at Stamford Bridge, whilst Bayern come back from 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃 where they lost to Villarreal 1-0 in their first leg. Two ties to be overturned then if those two are to go through. My name is Jack Collins and I'm joined today by three of my favourite people in the football landscape. First, Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃, who is here from 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 and one of my favourite storytellers in football. Ellie, it's lovely to have you on the sofa.
I'm honoured to be here and to be your favourite storyteller.
And of course, one of the brightest young broadcasters in the game, Miss Anita 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Anita,
Hi.
so good to have you, man.
Thank you.
It's been so long.
I know, I haven't seen you in
I know,
ages.
forever.
I know.
But you're just everywhere now, so it's one of those things. You're just killing it.
Sounds
and then
a big thing.
over in this corner, a man I see far more often,
See you nearly every day.
Mr. Dean Jones, here to throw us through bingo this week. We started a new thing on the LiveScore.
Yeah, we got a bit of Champions League bingo.
Your debut, you're going to be showing us the bingo cards.
I am, yeah. It's going to be fun.
Talk us through it.
You want to see it already? Okay, let's go. So we've got, for each team, and you two are going to have to help me out here, we've got three things we're looking out for. So for Madrid, Benzema doing bits. You tell me if you see something that might be good enough for that, and then I'll cross it off. Vinicius skins a defender, we'll probably see that in the first 5 minutes. Casemiro, yellow card, we'll see that within 10 minutes. So that one should be pretty quick. Chelsea, amazing Rudiger run, bound to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mendy misplaces pass, bound to happen.
Yes.
Tuchel throws his arms in the air.
He's going to,
Yeah, you're going to
100%.
see Neats today, a Chelsea fan, by the way, who is going to have her passion in full force. Villarreal, beautiful Parejo pass, what are we thinking?
Yeah, 100%.
Likely?
10 minutes, again.
Again, yeah. Danjuma chopping inside.
Yeah, I think he's
Get
going
some
to be
chopsticks out for that. 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃 foul. Nailed on. And then Bayern, Neuer goes sweeper keeper, does that from the first minute. Davies outpaces someone. Now, he's not starting. Alphonso Davies is not starting this game for Bayern, so that one actually might not happen. Nagelsmann looking fresh. I mean, that one will be up for debate. It's like, man,
yeah, it's a subjective
I'm never
one,
sure if he knows how to dress or
with his
not.
jacket today. So.
That's the thing. We
Actually
hope we
quite
see all
nice.
those ticks,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So as the game progresses, we'll tick off some of these bingos and see which team wins.
Okay, all right, let's get into some team news then, and let's start with Bayern against Villarreal. A couple of surprises, I think Alphonso Davies being the big one who's missing from this Bayern lineup. There's quite a lot to be excited about here, but 1-0 from the first leg, Ellie. And look, Villarreal, there's no bad 1-0 wins against Bayern, but it does feel like this Villarreal team should have been further ahead in this one.
Absolutely. I watched the highlight reel. I missed this game. I was focused on the Chelsea one, the first match. And when I opened the highlights package, it was 8 minutes. I was thinking, 8 minutes? It was arguably the best game of the knockout stages so far. Unbelievable what they produced. Whether or not we're going to get a repeat of that at Bayern, I don't know, but if so, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, I'm excited about that front too. Gerard Moreno, one of my favourite players on earth, and
absolutely.
Danjuma's been so good. Let's get some predictions in here. Ellie, how do you feel about this one?
I've predicted 1-0 to Bayern, which means obviously we're going to penalties. I think maybe I've just done that because I want more Champions League football. But
You're going to be on this stream for a long time if that's the case.
I just can't see Bayern not scoring again for another 90 minutes after what they put forward, and I can't see Villarreal scoring. I don't know, it's Bayern Munich in Europe. It just feels like inevitable that they're going to prevail, but let's see. I'd love an upset.
Neats, what do you reckon?
Oh, God. I honestly, I could have gone for a 5-0. I could have gone for a 6-0. I think I'm lingering in the 3-0, 3-1 type of thing. I don't know, maybe a 4?
4-1.
4-1, but I feel like Villarreal, they might come and surprise us, but as far as it goes on paper, Bayern Munich should be winning this flat out, 4-1 minimum.
DJ?
I mean, it's a bit sad here because we're all writing off Unai Emery, and that's a very dangerous thing to do. But yeah, I've done the same as these guys, and I'm going for a 3-0 Bayern win. You just presume, don't you, when it gets to this stage of the competition, that Bayern go and smash teams, and they turn things around. Now, last year I thought Bayern were going to win the Champions League, and they didn't. So, you know, been proven wrong not so long ago, could easily be proven wrong again, but be a massive surprise and, to be honest, embarrassing for Nagelsmann if he doesn't get through this.
Yeah, I think there'll be plenty of frustrated Bayern fans if that's the case. I think I've gone 3-1 to Bayern Munich. It could go, one of various ways this way, but it's either Bayern score in the first 5 minutes and go to town on this, right? Or you get this kind of weird return where they don't score and the stadium gets frustrated and all of that happens.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to see, you know, what's going to go down, but I've got a funny feeling Bayern score within the first 10 minutes here. And then that's what goes down. Right, let's go over to the other game. Before we get the team news, after the game last week, we sent our man James Lorenzo down to have a little chat with a couple of fans after the game.
It's a wet and windy Wednesday night in the Champions League at Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea have gone down 3-1 to Real Madrid. Jack and the watch-along team have set me perhaps my toughest task yet, speaking to home fans about the game. I suspect they're not going to be that forthcoming. Guys, can we talk to you about the game very quickly? What do you make of it? Does his mum know he's out?
Performance.
We'll bleep it in the edit.
There was no creativity. I don't know, there was no forward runs. The players didn't look hungry.
Missed chances again, giving away soft goals. What can you say? It's, you know, really depressing in that respect.
What we can do in the next leg, I don't know.
All of these people are going to be on the tube ahead of me. It's going to take me an hour and a half to get home. All for Jack's viewing pleasure. You just what?
Well, we supported Real
today. No. Real Madrid, yeah?
Real Madrid.
I wouldn't say it too loudly.
I am really, really happy. I support Real Madrid, so my team, they scored 3 goals, so I'm really, really happy. I can't believe that. Hala Madrid! Hala Madrid!
A braver man than me. What did you make of the game? You happy?
Very happy. Benzema, next world champion.
You got something to say? Yeah?
Vamos! Vamos!
When I say if they got something to say and they smile, I kind of know what's coming. A, they're Real Madrid fans. B, they're big fans of Benzema. And C, they don't speak English and can't help me out for this edit. You got something to say?
How you doing?
How you doing? Who did you support? Who did you support tonight?
Real Madrid.
Another one. For a lot of the fans we've spoken to tonight, mainly because we're stood outside the away end, this has been a great night for Karim Benzema. The home fans...
Madrid.
It's another one. The home fans... not quite as happy with affairs and not quite as willing to speak to us. But that's fair enough, you know. They've gone down 3-1 here tonight. It remains to be seen whether they can come back in the second leg.
I very much enjoyed watching those things. And James, with the hardest job in football there, trying to get Chelsea fans to talk to him after losing 3-1 at home in a Champions League quarter-final. And Neets, I mean, look, what were your initial reactions last week? And have they subsided at all?
No, they have not. This is gonna be positivity. I said I'm gonna be positive, so this is gonna be good. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to see how Chelsea come back from this. Hopefully, we get the comeback. Hopefully.
Yeah, you got to be positive, Needs.
Yeah.
Got to be positive. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Let's talk the team news then. Happy with this?
Absolutely not.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I think you'd be looking at look, Loftus-Cheek is in the lineup and Timo Werner is in that lineup. Neets, how does that feel to you?
Do you know what? I was okay until I saw this formation. If this is the formation, you might as well send me home now. I'm telling you that for free. Loftus-Cheek cannot be playing as a wing back.
He played there at the weekend, didn't he?
Oh my God, Jack, please. please. Loftus-Cheek, he probably will have a more midfield role. I'm okay with the lineup. I think Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, they do work well together on the occasion. Mason Mount, obviously a necessity to start, but I would have loved to have seen Hakim Ziyech, so let's just see what happens, really.
I mean, look, there's plenty of questions about how it looks, right? But the one thing is that what we saw last week was Vinicius Jr. absolutely tearing Andreas Christensen apart time and time again. So if Reece James is playing right centre-back, it does make sense from that perspective. I mean, I'd be terrified about what Ferland Mendy is going to do to Loftus-Cheek if he is playing in that position. Right. But, like, the actual matching up Reece James against Vinicius, considering the kind of havoc he caused, does make some sense.
It does. I feel like that's probably the only correct decision I've seen Thomas Tuchel make from this lineup. I personally wouldn't have put Ruben Loftus-Cheek in. I would have probably kept it a 3-4-3 formation. I thought we work better in a 3-4-3 as well. If we do play a 4 at the back, Hakim Ziyech always starts, so it's just a gamble today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some predictions then. Neats, you can kick us off.
I'm going for Chelsea 2-0.
There you are.
To win after extra time.
3-1.
3-1.
It's still the same though.
Yeah, win after extra time, innit?
The same points. So you're going penalties.
Penalties, yeah, 100%.
Okay. All right, DJ.
I just don't see Chelsea winning here. I'm going to go 1-1.
Cheers.
Okay. All right, Ellie.
No problem.
I've gone Madrid 2-1. I think Chelsea could take the lead, but I just can see Benzema pulling out again. However, I've just seen Mason Mount had a haircut. So he might be kind of...
So that's it. If Mount's had the haircut, we're nearly there.
Mate, I've never seen Mason Mount with that haircut.
I'm going 2-2. So I'm going 2-2, and that's where we are. We're underway. We're underway. It's
yeah, the game's underway. The first thing I'm looking for is where is Ruben Loftus-Cheek? So let's assess like where he is actually playing on this pitch.
Yeah, well, the Champions League had him in a more central role.
Yeah, well, it's a very tricky formation to kind of predict, I suppose, because it could be a 4-3-2-1.
He's on the right flank, though.
But he could be at the right of a midfield three.
He could be on the right of a midfield three.
I think this might just switch in game.
It's going to switch in game.
What's interesting is, look, what we saw last week was one of the kind of really intriguing bits of this Real Madrid thing is that they haven't found a right winger, right? They haven't found one all season. We're underway as well in Munich. And they've struggled to kind of fill that role. They've tried Hazard there. They've tried Rodrigo there. They've tried Asensio there. None of them have particularly kicked on. And then they played Ernesto Valverde, not Ernesto Valverde, he's a manager. They played Fede Valverde there. And they kind of got to that point where he was that energy, they protect Carvajal at right back. And after we saw Carvajal take an absolute pummeling from PSG and Kylian Mbappe in general, using him as a right winger I thought was an intriguing little prospect. And it worked so well, the energy down that flank needs. I mean, I know it was obviously a disheartening one for you to look at, but it did work to effect.
Yeah, for them. Yeah, it works well for them. And it's one of those ones where I think who was playing on that side? I think it was 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪 that was playing on that side. And he's not used to playing on that end. And then obviously he was coupled with Antonio Rudiger, who kept trying to cover him as well. So it just wasn't great for Chelsea last week. But right now it's looking a little bit... Real Madrid, they started very fast. So I'm assuming they're going to try and get that one goal and not sit back like I predicted them to, which is kind of scary.
It does look like a 4 at the back, if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah. It doesn't. It doesn't. It does,
yeah.
I mean, it does mean that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is potentially not playing at wing back, which is maybe something to be.
I think the most important thing is that Reece James is up against Vinicius because they need somebody that can actually deal with that man and his pace, because obviously Christensen couldn't, and to be honest, not many people can. Like Vinicius is absolutely ridiculous.
Has he been really performing this season?
It's been absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, I mean the combination, like since Vinicius and Benzema have kind of gotten the same wavelength. I mean there was that moment a couple of years back when Benzema
said he's playing against us.
Yeah, criticised
I swear on my
Vinicius.
mother, he's
playing against
the other
us.
side.
Yeah, and then like there's been a turning point, and this season, between them, I mean, they scored a ridiculous number of goals. I mean, they are Real Madrid right now, aren't they?
I'm not going to lie. I feel like without Vinicius Jr., does Karim Benzema score as much goals? Does Real Madrid get as forward as much? No, they don't. So Vinicius Jr. has been that kind of catalyst for me.
I think what we've seen is, he was obviously always an incredibly talented player and one who had those moments in his locker. I'm watching him at the kind of Unders World Cups and the Unders South American Championships, and he was just ludicrous. Like, it was like playing another sport at times. And what we've seen this year is that kind of move from being a mercurial talent and someone who can beat a player and then will go back and beat them again, to someone with a little bit of end product. And by a little bit, I mean quite a lot.
Does he start for Brazil?
He's very much in that rotation now. Obviously, there's an incredible amount of talent in players.
So who plays in his role if he's not on the pitch for Brazil?
Gabriel Martinelli plays out there a little bit.
Above
obviously,
Vinicius,
Richarlison, Everton's
Gabby Jesus plays out wide as well.
Okay.
There's a fair amount, but Vinicius is very kind of... You'd say that a first choice Brazil 11 now has Vinicius.
Tuchel's hands.
Oh, that's
hands.
They haven't gone above his head, I should say.
No, it was like
Tuchel
halfway
throws his arms in the air. Did they go high enough?
No.
We'll go again.
It was about this level.
Well done, though. Well done. I'd like to see that you're on your toes there.
It was good. It was good to see that we're going to.
By the way, I've just checked the impact of Vinicius and Benzema. Madrid have got 93 goals this season, and 54 of those have come from Vinicius and Benzema. So that's how important they are to this team. I could say you can stop them and you'll stop Real Madrid, but I think that's easier said than done because That's why you can't stop them. They aren't ridiculous.
Do you know what you need to do? You stop that midfield. You don't let the ball get into that midfield and you're fine.
Oh no, he's just
yeah.
just throwing up number 6 there at somebody. I'm not sure why.
Was that in the bingo?
I think he's trying to get them to mark Nacho.
Modric.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Let's go across to Bayern, who have started relatively fast. We've had a corner and an offside in the first sort of 4 minutes. It's been interesting. I mean, Ellie, we look at this stadium and it's nice to see German stadiums full again.
Yeah.
The Allianz is a funny old place, and it's not quite the it doesn't have quite the mythical appeal of, say, Dortmund Yellow Wall or some of the other incredible places.
I mean, this is the stadium that was built in 2006 World Cup.
Yes.
So it's not going to have the kind of mythical vibes that something as old as Dortmund Stadium's going to have. To be honest, I've never actually been to Bayern Stadium. But they've got an impressive ultra section.
An impressive home record.
Yeah, and it's always full no matter who they play. It's decent. It's not a go-to. We've got an attacking Real Madrid. No. For me, the best stadiums in Germany are always the mid-table teams. Your Borussia Mönchengladbachs, your Dortmunds, obviously. Even someone like, let's say, I don't know, Augsburg.
Yeah,
they've got an impressive stadium up there. But no doubt, I feel like Bayern's one of the ones where it's like it's more kind of a general noise that they make as opposed to like one big yellow wall.
Stuttgart have an amazing stadium.
Oh, incredible! And Stuttgart's pre-match marches are something to see.
Go on, Timo! Oh, never mind.
Look at Neat, she's getting all under that blanket, she's getting all excited. Neat, tell us about the blanket, because you said you always...
This is a new addition to the...
it's like a lucky blanket.
Yeah.
We've never had a blanket before.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so crazy? It's my jacket, because I didn't think I'd be allowed to bring my actual blanket in, but you guys are like, make yourself comfortable.
No, I don't know, whatever makes you happy. Like, this is your night, you're a Chelsea fan.
Yeah,
literally, any Chelsea match I watch, and if we're on like the backbone, I grab my blanket, and I'm literally holding it like this.
Is it like a security blanket?
Yeah, it's a security blanket.
Do you take it to Stamford Bridge if you go to a game?
Yeah, this is my Stamford Bridge jacket. That's why. If we're behind like 1-0 down, you see me like this in the stands, honestly.
I thought it smelled funny.
Wow.
I'm just trying to start a rivalry here.
No, you've already started a rivalry, don't worry.
Yeah,
don't you
we've
worry.
got it going here. We're going to see celebrations. Well, actually, I was going to say celebrations, but I don't think you want either of teams to win.
I'm not going to lie. If Chelsea does win, I'm going to knee slide.
No, fair enough.
I would like to see that. Can you do it on the? Can we get it? Make sure it's in camera shot.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Benzema and Vinicius are starting to link up down that side, and it's a bit scary. But I will say that Reece James there dealt with it absolutely perfect. Like he's just seeing it out. So there's some confidence to be had from that, Neats.
Yeah, I think Chelsea haven't started particularly poorly here, I don't think. It's
fine. I mean, ultimately, you just can't go another goal down at this point. So you've got to see through this opening 10 when Madrid are going to try and put the game to bed. And then Chelsea can start to establish themselves on this game. So it's absolutely fine right now from a Chelsea point of view. Has anyone seen Nagelsmann's, what he's dressed like?
Yeah, we got a brief glimpse, but it wasn't enough to really make. He was standing backwards. So
I was quite impressed though. It was kind of quite a subtle navy blue jacket.
Really?
A world away from that monstrosity he wore. Remember at the final?
Was it the dog tooth? Was it the dog tooth? The dog tooth suit.
Honestly, with the tight chinos and no socks. That man, honestly. But I think he's had a stylist come in now that he's on the Bayern budget, and he's doing wonders.
He should do.
Oh. Speaking of Bayern, hold on.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to do that
please.
a lot, sorry.
That's fair enough. There's always that excitement.
Yeah, that blanket will be going in the air in a minute.
Honestly, you never know. Be careful, you're in a splash zone.
I've got a question. I've got a question for you. Villarreal, the jersey sponsor is a ceramic company. Obviously, ceramics is the big industry in Villarreal. Has that got to be probably the most random sponsorship for at this stage of the Champions League? If you think about it now, every club's got either a betting company or a car company, or it's T-Mobile, I think, is it? For Bayern?
Yeah, it is indeed.
And then you've got a local ceramic company from like a tiny town. I just
well,
love
you've been
that.
there, and you said it was so small you struggled to even find somewhere to have lunch.
Yeah,
is that right?
It was our siesta time, and there was just nowhere to eat, and we just had to wait till dinner time, and there was literally a restaurant open. Actually, no, we ended up eating at McDonald's on the highway.
They've got a McDonald's.
We got, really embracing the local culture. That was on the highway out of there. But I just love the fact that this ceramic company is probably getting hundreds of millions of views right now.
Oh yeah.
It's just brilliant. You don't get that anymore.
Is it not? If I'm not mistaken, at the very least, I believe it's a ceramic company owned by the president.
Oh, of course.
I think it's his
own.
own. I think it's his own company.
Maybe that was the incentive why.
Fernando Roche is the president of Villarreal, and he has come from a ceramics background. Yep. I think that's his company, which, to be fair, is very. It's not obviously in the same route, but it's very amazing, Vinicius.
Did he skin him?
That's a card.
Did he skin him?
That is a card.
There we go.
That's one of the things.
Vinicius skins a defender, and Madrid have gone 1-0 up in bingo at least.
We can get the bingo card coming up soon.
Bingo card.
We'll update
it's
you.
been crossed off of mine as Vinicius skins
Reece James.
Reece
And also the one player you really don't want.
He can't afford to have it in the first 10 minutes. He can't afford to have that.
Yeah, he has skinned him as well.
Thiago was recovering.
Is he nutmegged him as well at the same time?
Yeah.
Drop your shoulder.
Yeah. He actually might be a little bit unlucky here, Reece James. I'm not sure there's all that much.
Well, I'm sorry, but like 𝗟𝗃 is going to be hiding behind this blanket for a minute because Madrid have got a free kick here in an unbelievable position. They've got Kroos and Benzema standing over it. Kovacic is lying on the floor behind the wall.
He's doing the Brozovic.
Mendy's on his toes. Benzema's put it off target. I mean, wasn't expecting that. I thought he'd at least test the keeper. So you've got one.
You were thinking on the 20th anniversary that was going to be bend it like Benzema.
Bayern got a chance.
20 years old today, bend it like Beckham.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest
cult classics
of all time.
Bayern.
Oh, what a save.
A horrible place to land the ball. Yeah, Bayern's starting to push now.
Look at Modric. Look at Modric. Look at Modric. Look at Modric.
Villarreal saw out the first 10, which I didn't think they were going to do. I thought this was going to be a wave after wave of Bayern attacks, but it does appear to be starting to reach.
I mean, it probably will be. I mean, it's worth us remembering that Bayern aren't in great form. Like, not only did they lose 1-0 to Villarreal then at the weekend, they only won 1-0, didn't they, against Freiburg?
Yeah, Augsburg.
Augsburg, sorry, and it was a late penalty. It was a penalty, wasn't it, late on?
It was a Lewandowski penalty.
Yeah,
there's a really strange relationship between Bayern and Augsburg. Randomly, they're sort of, it's like a very friendly rivalry. They're neighbours.
Because they're Bavarian, right?
They're both Bavarian teams. So they have a very apparently there's no real rivalry because there isn't a rivalry clearly between the two sides in terms of prowess.
Yeah.
But the Augsburg fans have kind of just accepted that and gone like, oh, this is a thing. So there's quite like an element of goodwill between the two clubs, which isn't something you see every day.
Perhaps that's why they left too late to take the lead.
Yeah, maybe that's it. They were just like, we're not going to batter them.
There we go. Our first tick. Vinicius skins a defender. Sorry, Reece James, but you've got a lot of work to do in the next 80 minutes to stay on the pitch, to be honest. They've got a chance for Chelsea. Werner's trying to work his way through.
Corner ball.
Havertz gets in there. What are you thinking, 𝗟𝗃?
I'm okay. Honestly, Timo Werner probably couldn't have done more in that situation. Kai Havertz, he made the best out of that situation as well. Just unlucky, got the corner.
It's a nice little break there.
Honestly,
it's Werner that wins the ball back in the middle of the pitch as well.
Not much you can do. 𝗟𝗏 skidded on the floor right in front of him. God.
𝗟𝗃 would have skidded on the floor in front of him.
She's going to if this goes
Trust
in.
me.
She's going to skid it on this floor if this goes in. Rudiger sends it just over the bar. I've got an amazing Rudiger run. I haven't got a towering Rudiger header on my board, so
that's not an amazing run, so we can't.
𝗟𝗃, what were you thinking about the fact that Rudiger's probably leaving?
Oh, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm heartbroken.
Are you?
Do you know like those heartaches that you get in secondary school and you're crying for days? That's me. I'm so heartbroken.
Really?
And the thing is, because of the whole situation at Chelsea now, it's very unlikely that he's going to stay. I really had hope that maybe he'll sign, maybe Chelsea will give him what he wants, but it's not going to happen.
I mean, I spoke to someone earlier actually about it, and I said, with the takeover, is there a chance that this turns around?
Yeah.
And I said there is, because like they've been in touch with some of the people that are involved in some of the parties, and like there's going to be a new offer coming for Rudiger, and like they're probably just going to offer him a lot of money because they don't want to lose him. But he's had his head turned by Madrid, he's had his head turned by PSG, and to be honest, I think part of him does think I'm going.
I don't think so. I think he loves Chelsea. He loves Chelsea so much.
I think he's quite annoyed by the way he's been treated at Chelsea at times, though. Yeah, I think that there's a part of his past at Chelsea. Not right now necessarily.
I feel like last season.
Last season and negotiations perhaps with certain people at the club. There's been other things I think in the background that have just niggled away, and that's why he's not completely on board with signing. He loves the team, no doubt about that. Loves the fans. So
It's like you're trying to break my heart even
Yeah.
more.
I'm just trying to make this night even tougher for you. But it'll be good when he scores the winner later on. You can throw that blanket.
30
over
yards out.
Yeah, and he celebrates. And he celebrates really hard as well. Just be like, well, you're not going to Madrid then, are you? Like,
Honestly.
there's that one.
Did you see his celebration against Brentford and then they knocked 4 into
Oh, God! What the hell?
He wasn't even going to make him out!
I told you the haircut!
Let's go!
Aerodynamic haircut!
Go!
What did I say? The haircut. It changed my
You
prediction.
He got a brace on the weekend with that haircut as well.
I'm not saying.
This is the new
What a
Mason.
mad goal.
Look it.
It's a
come
great
on.
finish on the run.
Come
That
on!
Werner assist.
if it counts.
Portsmouth's very own.
I mean, he's shown.
Look at Courtois as
He's
well.
shown
Good
good
for you.
composure there, Mount, to slot that away. It bounced down on the edge of the
Come
box.
on!
And he started it in.
You've
Tuchel's
got
arms
this,
are not
you've
in the
got
air though,
this.
they're down.
Yeah, he'll only throw his arms in the air when he's complaining. He won't
But
do it
that
to celebrate,
changes
I
the
don't think.
night. That changes the night.
I don't think it does because Benzema hasn't locked into
You
Benzema.
need to stop hating.
Hey, I was the first one to
Yeah.
celebrate the goal.
Your
Yeah,
negativity
we'd all
is-
just looked away from the game and you're the
No,
only one
your
to spot that.
negativity is rubbing off on
You
me.
know, like the Hulk, like don't make him angry. It's like that with Benzema. Like don't make him angry.
Oh, please.
Watch against PSG, against you lot when you scored first.
But remember, we played them last year and he didn't do nothing. So.
Yeah,
That's this.
I mean,
He
look,
had a court
Benzema's-
case.
Benzema is a bit different gear.
Here we go.
That's not
Here we go.
him though, so that's okay.
Where are they going?
They're
Yeah.
going.
Nowhere.
It's- I mean, look at that from Benzema. 11 goals in the Champions League this year so far.
Is that more than Haller? How many did Haller get before they got knocked out?
He was on 10 in the group stages.
Yeah.
I believe
Jesus
he scored,
Christ.
So therefore, he must
Yeah.
only got one at both ends, didn't he? So he put it on his left.
on
as well. XG of 4.6 though. That's a really over performance. In so many ways from Karim Benzema, but he's just a quality finisher. And look, he wasn't always renowned for this in his career, right? When Benzema came from Lyon, he was kind of a bit of a streaky finisher. He's obviously played so many different roles in his career as second fiddle and all of these things, but he was kind of considered a streaky finisher in many ways. And then ultimately you get to this point and the last 4 years at Real Madrid where he has just stepped up. And now every time he goes through on goal, you just think he's going to score. Like
he's
every
in.
time. Here goes Vinicius.
He's in. Okay,
There's no one there. No one there.
That's what happens when your number 9 drops off and creates chances. No one in there to finish it. But look, Benzema's incredible, isn't he? And ultimately, that's going to be the job of the night, trying to keep him quiet.
How old's Vinicius Junior?
He's quite young, isn't he?
I believe he is now 20.
Yeah,
Are
he's
you
quite
serious?
young. Yeah.
He's either 20 or 21, I think.
Jeez, I'm getting older.
That's the big takeaway. Unpopular opinion, I think Mason Mount's haircut makes him look worse.
Might make him look
Yeah.
worse, but he's got him
It's got
scoring.
him scoring goals, and
Not-
that's what will matter to Chelsea
Yeah.
fans. But I've got to say, I think he's less handsome.
Not gonna lie, it's a popular
Yeah.
opinion.
I agree. But look, I mean, oh, he's obviously
Yeah,
taking
Bayern
inspiration.
got half a chance
Ronaldo.
there. Kimmich on a corner.
Ronaldo
You always
phenomenal,
half
got that
expected
haircut,
Lewandowski
and
to just get on the end of it. I mean, he scored like 46 goals this season, so
I'll never get
Get
over
me
how
one
big
of them.
Goretzka got
So
when he moved to
fake.
Bayern.
Yeah, well, it's the Bayern make yourself massive academy. Like Goretzka became incredibly wedge, and then you went there and there was just loads of people. Coutinho was like inexplicably massive.
Yeah.
Alphonso Davies is huge.
I need to have like 6 months at Bayern.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it would do us all the world. It would do most of the world a world of
They
good.
didn't
Spend
open
6
the-
months at Bayern Munich.
Well, if they just open their own branch of gym.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Get like
Yeah,
Goretzka.
they're personal trainers
Yeah,
and everything.
When he retires, that's what he's going to do. That's going to be the move he makes. The 2 yellow kits is throwing me off, I've got to lie.
Well, same,
I
same,
keep being like,
same.
oh look, Villarreal are going through and it's Chelsea. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I just find it amazing that I was looking at kind of a full Allianz, and this stadium is 25,000 seats bigger than the entirety of Villarreal's population. This is absolutely ludicrous. Like,
It's only, yeah.
you could fit the entire town and 25,000 others into this stadium.
What's that?
Madness.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's
And
like-
it hasn't been full recently, has it? I think this is what, the
It's only the
third
third game.
third game, I
Wow,
think,
really?
that Bayern have had a full stadium.
Well,
like, since-
all stadiums in Germany were down to capacity.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them back at that regard. But I mean, there's probably something to be said for the fact that we kind of accept that Villarreal are just at the sharp end of tournaments now, right?
Yeah,
but
it shouldn't
it's
be
the
accepted.
greatest. It's the greatest over performance, on a long-term basis, I think, maybe ever.
Yeah.
You maybe throw Atalanta into this conversation,
No, they haven't consistently done what these guys have done. And also, I can't compare it to like the Uruguay of, Uruguay's only 4 million people that have won 2 World Cups.
Yeah.
Made 4 semi-finals. There's just, they've almost made it normal when it really shouldn't be normal to do this well this often.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal, and the fact they keep producing these talents and they can keep even staying in the Liga. They're so much smaller than most of the teams in the Liga in terms of the town. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is.
Again, remember, their first ever year in the first division was in 1998.
Or Bayern going to ruin the fairy tale? No, they're not. Not for now, anyway. It's incredible, and I mean, so many local kind of players coming through now, and that's the mark of the facilities, the mark of the change. Waterball.
Oh, there he is, super keeper from Neuer. Oh, there we go. And he's pulled it off absolutely perfectly as well. Villarreal thought they were going to be in them, but no. Bingo says no.
Bingo says no. Okay.
Bayern are off the mark.
Oh.
They might also get a goal here. It's a good opportunity they're opening up.
Wow, is that
massive?
Musiala.
Was that Musiala?
Yeah.
He's starting.
Yeah,
I love him.
Musiala's in this kind. He's been moved him into a little bit of a deeper kind of 8 role, and it's really intriguing to watch.
Is he even 18 yet?
I believe he is 18.
I honestly,
he's really young.
He's really young.
He's really young.
And there's a rumour he might play for Germany.
He's declared. He's played 2 caps.
Okay, I'm way behind. So that's it. He's not going to play for England.
He's not going to play for England.
No.
A couple of players now moved away from England. There's a few of late.
Who else?
Fabio Carvalho,
Okay.
who has declared for Portugal. Musiala has declared. There's been a.
I think Callum's leaving for Ghana.
It does look that way.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not sure. I mean,
I'm sure he's going to get in.
Can't play a game for Chelsea. I'm not sure he's going to be getting any near the England setup.
Hey, he's had injuries, all right.
Look, I like him, and I think it'd be great. But sometimes you've got to move away to get the love you want.
Neats, you might have a chance here. Werner's in.
Hey, Werner's not bad. Werner's a good start.
Yeah, Werner's not
there
bad.
we go. There's the sweeper keeper ticked off for you on the on the board. Don't worry, Dean.
Yeah, Werner and Loftus-Cheek actually doing all right.
Loftus-Cheek is doing all right. I'm actually quite impressed. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I definitely had him in the mud 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy.
This is one of those nights when you can win everybody over.
But you know what it is? It's one of those nights where each and every Chelsea player can prove that their critics wrong. Every single one of them, they have critics in the fan base, and they can prove them wrong with this win, if they do win anyway.
I saw a Chelsea fan tweeting earlier that he said Werner needs his Fernando Torres moment tonight.
He does.
Which I thought was an interesting comparison.
Do you know what? If he gets his Fernando Torres moment, he'd probably be rated as one of the best forwards Chelsea's ever had. That's how reactionary we are. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm watching Ruben Loftus-Cheek in a Champions League quarter-final. I watched him all season last year for Fulham, and he was absolutely and utterly dreadful.
Really?
I've just had to really curtail what I said because I'm live on a broadcast.
He didn't pull it out in the Championship.
No.
It was in the Premier League, but it was he was one of the single worst players I have ever seen in a Fulham shirt. It was desperate.
Really?
It was very strange. Look, I know he's obviously recovering from an injury, and there are obvious factors to this. I'm not suggesting that means he's a bad player. And also, you look at tactically and whatever, it just didn't seem to suit him. But I still can't believe I'm watching the same player play in a Champions League quarter-final less than a year later, because, wow, it was really bad at times. But look, Dan Juma who's playing in the other game, came straight from the Championship. So so there's levels of
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
But Dan Juma was also excellent in the Championship, so that's the slight difference. Benzema!
Wow!
Again,
spicy.
Yeah. Vinicius tried to take on Reece James, didn't get past him, but then it deflected right into Benzema's pass.
The little flick up here from Benz to set the volley is beautiful.
Oh, it was deflection. That was going in. I'm telling you, that was going in.
It was going in. It was.
Honestly.
It was.
Wow.
Benzema's scary.
Do you know what it is about him? Once he gets the ball, he doesn't need time. He just bangs it in.
No, he'll just whip it away.
And he never looks flustered. He always
He
just looks like...
never.
It's all very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Benzema just keeps getting written off, and they keep talking about the next striker to come in, and then he just scores more and more goals. I was looking at it, and he's got 37 this season.
Yeah.
He got 30 last season. He got 27 the season before. He got 30 the season before that. Yeah, at the end of every season, they're like, right, we need a new number 9. When are we getting Haaland? And it's like, not sure you need him. Like, this guy's going to win the Ballon d'Or this season.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean,
at the current rate of knots, isn't it?
This moment in time, Benzema
wins.
wins.
And he doesn't need an international tournament to prove
They might need. Well, they won.
Well, there's not going to be
Nations
time. Yeah, and there's not going to be time. So they've changed the Ballon d'Or and the terms in which it's run. So it's now within season. So it's not a calendar year. It's done own season.
It'll be done in July.
So this is going to be named in October. The next Ballon d'Or winner will be named.
And it'll be judged.
And it'll judged on this season.
As it should have been.
Okay, but then how will it work when there's an international tournament? That'll be included in
It'll be in next season's Ballon d'Or.
So this international tournament is obviously in December, so that will come into the next Ballon d'Or. So Benzema hasn't got to worry about that. So
he has won the Nations League in this Ballon d'Or.
He's won the Nations.
And he was amazing, wasn't he?
He's won the Nations League. He's got 2 Champions League hat-tricks so far.
Fair play, you know.
He's running away with it.
Fair play. I'm in that whole 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 group of like never having rated him, and I'll put my hand up and say I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but it's true.
I love the honesty.
No, you have to at times. Sometimes you have to go. I got it wrong. Like 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is going like I was the same, but then I was like, you know what? I think it's because he's so. He doesn't really make a like, he just does the job. He's like an assassin.
Yeah.
He doesn't have big celebrations.
He was a quiet man for so many years playing, and also there's something to be said for the fact that we talk about the great number 9s, right, and of all time, and I think when Benzema ends his career, we will look at him as one of the all-time great number 9s, and part of that is to do that. How many brilliant players of this quality that we're seeing now on a regular, so every basis, have also gone and played and been quite quietly and comfortably able to play second fiddle or play as the kind of, the layup man in so many ways.
Yeah.
No one of the amount of quality that Benzema has gone and done that for such a prolonged period as he did at Real Madrid, and then won so many titles while doing it, while still scoring a ridiculous amount of goals and assists. And then you come back and you're like, wow, now he was the main man, and you're like, he's the guy.
Did you guys
incredible.
just see that pass from Muller?
No, has he done more silly things?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was. But I'll tell you what, they're Bayern are like.
That's a Capoue foul.
Was it a Capoue foul? I was just looking at that. He
brought him down. He brought him down.
Right, Capoue foul. It's going off the board. Who's he foul? Goretzka. Is it a foul? Yep.
Oh yeah, that's one for the bingo card.
Yep, that is 100%.
That's
so Villarreal are up and running. I tell you what though, Bayern.
There is some very, very odd defending here.
Bayern are putting a lot of pressure. I mean, I'll be amazed if Villarreal can hold out here. Like, Bayern are just piling it on. So far, Villarreal have got like 7 players in the box at all times, just defending, and that's not going to work for the next 70 minutes, I'm afraid. Going to have to try and find a way to keep him out.
Oh, he's gone far post.
They've gone up very early.
Chelsea want a penalty, they're not getting it.
He brought him down. I swear to you.
Was he getting the ball?
It doesn't matter, he brought him down.
Oh, we got Mendy on the ball. It's not a misplaced pass. There you go, keep it.
I could not believe, by the way, that this is Chelsea's first ever game at the Bernabeu. Yesterday they tweeted like, the players are having a look around the Bernabeu for the first time. Literally, Chelsea have never been to Real Madrid.
They look astounded.
Well, they have been to Real Madrid.
Sorry, they've been to Madrid. Sorry, they have been to Real Madrid. Not this stadium.
They played at Valdebebas.
They played last season, and it was at the other stadium.
Done better there. Was that Kovacic?
Yeah.
So a lot of my mates are out there right now, and they're like, "We don't ever get to go to."
Yeah, that's actually really interesting.
Yeah,
it's rare that clubs.
The Capoue fouls in there now, so just.
We haven't.
So it's just Chelsea not on the board, but they've scored a goal.
Man, I really thought he'd do a bit more than he has.
Who, Kovacic? Kovacic's having a great season. He's just been injured. Honestly, he's doing really well for Chelsea this season.
He is one of those that's really grown into as well.
He's evolved.
When he came first, it did feel like. Weirdly, he looked so much like Eden Hazard and was wearing Eden Hazard's old number that it was all a bit terrifying.
Yep.
But also, you then moved on from that, and it just didn't really feel like it was working. And suddenly, he stepped right up to the mark.
I called him the recycle bin because all he ever did was get the ball, recycle it back, and it was just like, why'd you keep doing that? But now, recycle bin. Now he drives forward. He's always trying to get into the final third, trying to deliver final balls. I'm just happy with his progress.
There's an amazing article about his relationship with Luka Modric, which I read the other week, which was intriguing.
They started that movie together.
They are, yeah. There was a chess movie. There's some very interesting things. Mason Mount scores the goal. Here's his heat map. It's slightly further wide than you'd maybe imagine for what Mount normally does, but interesting that he's kind of occupying that same space that Timo Werner is. It's Kai Havertz has drifted to the other side, Needs.
What? Kai Havertz has drifted to the other side?
To the right.
Sorry. Give me 1 second.
There he is right
so
now.
Mount's sort of playing off the left of this three.
Well, I think...
And Havertz, goal ostensibly...
Sorry,
ostensibly would play as the middleman.
Yeah.
Seems to be playing off the right of Timo Werner, which is quite intriguing.
Something's going on here, guys.
Yeah, something
in
has
Munich.
happened.
What's happened?
Musiala's
It's
gone
a
down.
header, but I think they've banged heads while they're doing it.
Clashed heads.
Yeah, but you know, with those kind of injuries, you've got to be careful.
Thomas Tuchel,
he really
he's
looked
livid at Ruben.
Did he throw his hands in the air?
No, he didn't. He actually jumped with his hands by his side.
Oh, here he is. What's his look like? Nagelsmann's got
I was about to say
maroon jumper, blue bomber.
It's a bang.
It's a really, really bad.
Yeah.
Is it really bad?
No, like I'm telling you, the way he reacted.
I don't like head injuries.
Yeah,
I don't
take
like
it far more seriously.
It's a real one, isn't it? It's one of those that the game just seems to be taking very slowly. But head injury protocol's starting to come in a little bit more. It's.
But yeah, do you know?
It's yeah.
Do you know what it looks like?
It's a glancer as opposed to a direct hit, which is okay.
But you still need to get looked into when that happens, especially.
Look how young he looks.
It's amazing.
It's like a little baby. He looks so young.
He is.
Oh God.
Could be your son, Neat.
No, he couldn't. Whoa. You couldn't.
But they did show Nagelsmann, and I'm not sure if it's fresh or not. I mean, it's pretty basic attire he's wearing. I mean, he looks reasonably cool.
It's probably. I think it's probably.
I think it probably counts because he hasn't gone overboard.
Yeah, he's just quite low key stylish.
Yeah,
it's just calm.
His wife's had a word and said, don't embarrass me again.
So I'm crossing Bayern off for a second there, and they've only got one thing left, which is impossible at this stage, which is Alphonso Davies to outpace someone. The only way he's going to do that is down the wrong side of the touchline.
Well, maybe when he's warming up, you'll see him sprint past someone else.
Is he injured?
No, he's just come back from a long term.
He's come back.
Yeah, because he didn't play for Canada, did he? He didn't even fly out.
No, he didn't. No.
He's an absolute baller, but
I'm surprised they let that happen. To be honest.
Well, he had a heart scare.
Oh, did he?
Oh, wow.
But then he played the week after the qualifiers. So.
No, he's okay. No, they've come back to it, but there was a couple of scary moments in the mix, but by all accounts he seems to be okay, which is lovely to see. To see a young player get back into football. He was just sort of the kind of build up back to him to fitness was so much so that they were like, we want to keep him under pretty much every stringent measure, and therefore when he went, I think when they were like, it's time for international duty, it was a bit early still. And so they just wanted to keep things tight. So it was nice to see him back the other week, and maybe we'll see him tonight. Maybe we'll see him outpace someone to complete this bingo card.
Yeah. Nick's half hour gone and Chelsea are 1-0 up at the Bernabeu.
You would have taken it.
I would say, yeah. Oh my God, I'm taking it. Do you know what's so crazy, right? Mason Mount's on the ball, What's crazy is that Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he's been moving far further up the pitch than I would have imagined.
Yeah.
Well, they got through that tough first 10, didn't they? And now you look at Madrid, they're just camped back there now, and you kind of got them on the back foot at this point.
There is that problem though. As soon as you put them in this position, that you run the risk of releasing Vinicius.
Yeah.
And the one thing you don't want is Vinicius sort of running.
But I think that's why, you look at Reece James and where he's to Vinicius, he's fully aware of where he is. And he's not going to get that close to him because he knows, even though Reece James is lightning himself,
but he's also on a card.
Yeah, he knows he can't afford any mistakes there.
Reece James, he loves driving forward, but you can see, look, Loftus-Cheek is there now.
Yeah.
He can't drive forward no more, so he's literally sitting back. I'm finding that very interesting.
But Chelsea enjoyed a lot of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange role that Loftus-Cheek is playing. It's kind of a weird hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
Wide central role.
Yeah,
just sort of drifting.
But you know Tuchel, he does this weird thing like wing backs and midfielders in it. So it's probably one of Tuchel's tricks up his sleeves.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's a monster of these kind of things.
Yeah.
That's how Chelsea won it last time.
A lot. Yeah, Tuchel's in-game management is right up there.
Sometimes it's a bit frustrating though.
It probably is, I'd say.
Oh, it has to be. Has to be a yellow card.
It is a yellow card. Here we go.
Who was it for?
Lewandowski. Late on Albion.
Very late.
So what do we all make of the idea that Lewandowski actually might finally leave Bayern?
Well, why don't you give us the details? This is your bag, as they say.
Well, Barcelona are trying to sign Lewandowski, but they have obviously got the money that Bayern want. Bayern would want 70 million to let him
Aren't
go.
they wanting Haaland?
Hey, who?
Barcelona?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be in that mix by the sound of it. It sounds like Haaland's going to Madrid or Man City at this point.
Aubameyang's contract until 2025.
It's the same role as Lewandowski, no? Striker.
Probably slightly. You can imagine him playing wider.
I think they're looking to reshape it a bit. So they want a 9, and it sounds like
Rudiger shot.
That was.
Oh my God! Do you see?
He loves that. When he scored his goal against Brentford,
that was incredible.
It really made me laugh. You're like the one time Rudiger
Fair play though.
Oh
that wasn't as.
I'm telling you, he's got a wicked foot on him.
He has.
The one time though that came off against Brentford, the rest of the team forgot how to play football.
Yeah.
It was completely and utterly bizarre.
That
It
was
took 60 seconds for the next goal to go in for Brentford.
It was 17 minutes for the next 3.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It was just one of those moments. You're like, oh God.
It was one of those games that I was sitting there thinking, are you serious? Is this seriously happening? And I'm happy that I wasn't feeling too well that day, so I didn't go. Very happy.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. One to forget.
One to forget.
That day was absolutely, mad though as well, because I wouldn't want to be a policeman in West London, because Fulham played QPR at QPR and Brentford played Chelsea. Both kicking off at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Who okayed this?
Who went, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Hammersmith at full time was a war zone. It was madness. But yeah.
I don't know who on earth okayed that.
Yeah, I mean, surely someone went. They did it in the first half of the season as well, but that day they made it at 12:30 and at 5 o'clock.
But you didn't play the game at the same time.
There was the 2 days. Obviously, the calendar just mirrors. So if they're at home, you tend to be at home for the second team as well. But on the first day, they went right. Okay, we'll have one of these games at 12, and one of them at 5:30. But this one, I was like, nah, stick them both at 3 o'clock. Be fine. Very strange.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Stats over here in the Bernabeu is that Chelsea have made more passes than Real Madrid and have had more possession than Real Madrid. Like, that is the flip from the first leg. And obviously Thomas Tuchel was talking about how they couldn't get control of that game, and obviously it was Kroos and Modric that absolutely commanded it, wasn't it, in the first leg? And it seems like they've got to grips with that.
But you know what the difference is? It's 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃. Watch him. It's 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃. He's standing his ground. When it was Jorginho and Kante, Modric, Casemiro, because they had a good time.
Guys, we might be looking at a red card to Lewandowski here.
Wait, what?
What's he gone in for? I mean,
it's all a bit mad. This
is really strange.
Look.
Watch this.
Oh God!
I mean, on VAR, you could.
I don't think they'll retrospectively look at it, because they very rarely do for a yellow, and it would be a second yellow as opposed to a red. But he's a lucky boy, because that is a yellow card.
My thing is, he went down screaming. I'm thinking,
no, because
come
he's
on,
done that
Rob.
on purpose, because I think he's realised.
He's realised. Come on, Rob. You know what you did. You know what you did.
Albiol is not happy.
Wait, are they replaying a goal, or did we miss another one?
Yeah, they're
replaying. Okay.
No, we didn't. We didn't miss a second one. One goal missing was quite enough. Thank you,
guys.
He's called Lewandowski over. Oh, they're just having a chat with him. Can you imagine what a twist this would be?
It would be quite,
my God.
quite a turn up for the books.
Even if United went through the next stage, that means he'd miss out on both of the games against City if they went through.
Not for 2 yellows, just one. Isn't it? I think maybe, but still, either way, it's massive.
Has that always been the case that red cards have gone through to the next game? Was that something that was added?
Yeah, as in it used to be like a straight 3-game ban in the Premier League at the very least. But now they've changed that, so it's only a 3-game ban if it's
a direct red.
For a violent conduct or something like that. So 1 game if it's for something else.
But
it's always a 1-game ban if it's 2 yellows.
It's always a 1-game ban. And if you had gotten a red back in the day, was there a time it was just a red for that game?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember. Benzema's booked as well now. Look, talking of goal scorers getting booked, Lewandowski, 32 goals in the league. Benzema, 24. It's a pretty, these are the 2 sharpest number 9s in the world playing each other, and both of them are on yellow cards and running a bit of a gauntlet here. And look, you imagine the way that we talked about Benzema so much. You could talk exactly the same way about Lewandowski for Bayern, right? And how crucial he is to that side. You're looking at these and going, they're 2 very early cards for 2 key players. Running a risky game here, because a second yellow for either of them, and the team's game plan goes up in smoke. Both of them, they're hardwired around these 2 players.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounds delicious.
That sounds great.
To me.
Yeah, you're in.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm alright with that.
Yeah. Absolutely. If I were you, I'd be feeling exactly the same, Needs. We've got an even better 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪 moment there. He just literally played a pass in the opposition half. No, it's already ticked off, so we don't need to.
But just look how many Villarreal players are back in that box.
And you know, Villarreal, they can do this for the full 90. I believe
You
they
think
can.
they can?
I think they can. I think
Do
they
you?
can.
I don't know.
I honestly look at how solid they look.
They've got to do that for another hour.
Emery loves 2 banks of 4. He absolutely loves it. It's his favourite thing to
This is
see.
what they've been training for all week. They can do this. Come on, Villarreal, you got
Yeah,
this.
it's just shifting and focus.
Honestly.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, if Bayern Munich get knocked out here by Villarreal, Julian Nagelsmann is in real trouble because they haven't impressed all that much in the league. Yes, they are 9 points clear, but it's a very poor Dortmund side in second, let's be honest. And if Leipzig had played the way that they've played for the second half of the season under Tedesco all the way through, Bayern would be in trouble here. And I think that if he goes out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League to Villarreal, if he goes out to Man City or Liverpool at this point, I think you get a little bit more of a free pass. You go out to Villarreal, I think people are going to start to ask questions, and he has not impressed too many people with his weird formation with no wing, with no fullbacks.
Who would replace him?
I don't know. I don't know. But it's worth thinking about.
Jürgen out of a job.
I think that might be even more of a nightmare. But look, he was touted, and I think rightfully so, as one of the great young managerial prospects in Europe. And he was expected to come in here and start to build something long term, I think. But it hasn't started the way that many, I think, expected. And I think a lot of people feel like he's been bailed out by other teams being bad as opposed to him being particularly good.
It's interesting because they actually tried to poach him from when he was at Hoffenheim.
Yes.
Before he was at Red Bull Leipzig, they wanted him at Bayern wanted him when he was at Hoffenheim, and he actually rejected him.
We did not get the foul.
Everyone forgets that he was meant to go.
And this is the thing, like they tend to think long term, don't they? So you would imagine they wouldn't panic massively. I mean, it would be, as I said at the start, like it would be a massive embarrassment to him if he lost this game and went out at this stage, and quite a blow to Bayern financially as well to like not get through to those latter stages of the Champions League at a time when like German clubs particularly were hit in the pandemic and stuff.
No, but they did pull the trigger on Niko Kovac, who obviously came in with a pretty good reputation from Frankfurt.
I feel like it's different.
No, I would agree, but I mean, also bear in mind, Kovac was a Bayern legend.
Wow!
They're in.
Wow! What a ball!
Come on!
Come on!
He got so excited.
He's the best in the world as well.
Danjuma.
He scuffed that.
Honestly,
he's also looked for the offside flag.
He's hoping it's up. He's hoping
it very much hasn't gone up. That is a massive opportunity. Also, considering Danjuma was the man who came out after the first leg and said, "I'm really disappointed we didn't score more." I think he's maybe got to be doing better there.
I mean, who's this guy in the middle?
It's Capoue.
Capoue like forces it through. I mean,
he is offside.
He is actually offside. He'll be pleased to learn that he's offside. Because that finish is woeful.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Upamecano
You see what Neuer did though? Literally, give me the ball. He's already kicking it off before everyone's back on the
Neuer does this. It's a really interesting thing what Neuer does here. He does this especially when he's made a mistake. If he does something silly and like he gets away with it, you will see him do this thing where he like spins the ball on the floor and it sort of rolls back. So he has the very special technique of how he puts the ball down for goal kicks. But when he makes a mistake, you'll see him do this far more. That is the worst corner I've ever seen.
After Aspas's.
You don't see that very often from Bayern Munich. And
especially
from Joshua Kimmich. He's absolutely pitching wedged that and it's gone outside the area. Like, that is genuinely quite remarkable. Wow. Yeah, Aspas, you're right. Apart from the Aspas one. Yeah, it's very rare you see a corner as bad as that. Especially for someone who's had such a stellar career, Aspas. He's just remembered in England for that one terrible corner.
Honestly, because he's just a hero at Vigo.
Yeah.
And he mentioned it to Liverpool fans, like, is that the geezer who did the corner? And you're going, come on, man.
Yeah, he's had an amazing career.
Yeah, amazing career, corner man.
Oh, dear.
So you've travelled all around, all right? All these different places with derby days and stuff. Like, what are your top 3 atmospheres that you've been a part of?
Well, again, I always say this, I often get more asked, what's your favourite derby? Atmospheres itself are, I think, a subjective thing. You know, for some people they want dangerous, intense. For some people they want kind of like just general kind of glamour. It all depends. For me, number one, above everything else, absolutely everything else, has got to be Boca River at the
Can imagine.
Bombonera for the Copa Libertadores final. As we said, we somehow got ourselves on the pitch, and the only way to get on the pitch is they have to open these 2 glass doors and let you through. And it's like being in the Colosseum, like they shove you in there, and people are banging on the glass doors, and everyone does the exact same. They've got this thing in Argentina where they chant with their arms. So when people do it en masse, it just looks like something else. So Boca Juniors, Bombonera, nothing will come close. Number 2 actually isn't probably a derby, but World Cup. I was lucky enough to go to the Brazil World Cup. Got to go to the round of 16 Brazil Chile, and the sensification. I try and explain it to people. It felt like you were. It just felt like they had to win, and the tension. There were people crying in the ground from about the 50th minute. It was still 0-0, and people were just crying just out of stress. Like we can't. At that point, they were winning that World Cup, and Chile were actually giving them a run for their money. You might remember they hit the crossbar.
I remember Chile should have won that game.
Yeah, hit the crossbar in the 120th minute. The whole stadium went silent. So that for me, my boss said it best. We were standing there before the game. It's like it feels like we're in the center of the universe. It felt like the whole world was watching where we were standing. And then what did you say 3? So third one, pick something special. You know what? I'd probably say. Where have I thought? Oh my God, what is going on here? The derby between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, last ever in the Calderon. It was a Champions League semi-final. Real Madrid had won 3-0, and it was like Atletico had been given one last derby in the Calderon because they thought they'd had their last one in the league where they lost. And that win 3-0. They scored 2 goals in the first 20 minutes, I think. And
Griezmann scored a penalty, didn't he?
Yep, and it genuinely felt like, it's a cliche, the roof's going to come off. It felt like the stadium would collapse if they scored a third. The noise, people were like frothing at the mouth. I saw one guy in a wheelchair. I literally thought he was going to stand up at one point. And they have a truly special fan base. And then Real Madrid, of course, did what they did. Benzema scored just before half time, and it sucked everything out. But for that first 45 minutes, I remember I was almost like, this is like not healthy that people are this. Like people were rabid to get that game. And obviously Real Madrid kicked them out of the last 2 Champions League. The last 3 Champions League. They're my 3. Bombonera. Brazil, it was in the stadium in Belo Horizonte where they had the 7-1.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Atletico.
Do you ever get, like, attachments to any of the teams? Because, like, obviously, like, you probably don't support most of them, but, like, there must be times when you come away and you feel like part of you's now with them.
I mean, almost, the thing is, we're treated with such, like, love and hospitality by both sets of fans for the most part. Every now and then there's an exception. That I feel guilty if I really pick a side, because I don't think it's respectful. Yeah. But there's been 1 or 2. Most famously, Željeznica of Bosnia. They've got a replica locomotive train in the stand, and they were just so hospitable to us that we fell in love with the club. Oh, actually, I shouldn't be saying this on TV. There's a lot of lovely Sarajevo fans who are also very nice.
No. I've been to that stadium. It's absolutely
amazing,
incredible,
right? Yeah.
And just a wonderful experience. Sarajevo is such an amazing place.
Incredible.
It's half time in Chelsea against Real Madrid. 1-0 Chelsea. Neats, you would have taken that before the game started.
Yep.
You're comfortable here. Obviously, there's only a level of comfort you can take at being away at the Bernabeu and still needing to score again. But that didn't look like it. There were no massive chances for Real Madrid. There were no, breaks on there that you were like, we're in trouble here. The yellow card to Reece James is probably the only real negative from that half.
Literally, I'm actually quite impressed. I won't lie to you. I thought Benzema, he's had a really quiet first half. I didn't expect us to keep Vinicius Jr. that much on lock. Obviously, Reece James, he got the yellow card for fouling him. But I do think that Chelsea, they have this one pattern for once. And it goes down to the change in that midfield. I feel like the midfield, Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, for the first 10 minutes, he had a great game. But after that, they were just quiet. They could not get any service. And that's what we saw Chelsea do last year. So, fingers crossed, innit? All I'm saying is...
So far, so good. Is the way I phrase it.
No shots on target for Madrid in the first 45. I mean, that is good.
There's an element
no shots on target.
Yeah.
I was thinking, right,
everyone keeps saying, how do you keep Benzema quiet? This is how you do it.
No, I wouldn't say he's been quiet. I think he's been off target.
He's been quiet.
I think you need to take a bit of humble pie here.
Oh my God.
I know everyone thinks I'm having a go.
Why are you taking this away from me?
Because this is Karim Benzema we're talking about. And this guy has just shown he just needs 1/2 chance, 1/4 chance, and he will put you to bed.
Yes.
With that blanket, you'll be sleeping. That's what I'm saying. But I won't lie. If Chelsea score a second,
If
I'll
Chelsea
be happy
scores,
to say, oh my gosh, no way.
Oh, Villarreal, like,
the thing is, that's like
their second half
Villarreal's
chance.
like third half, literally third half chance.
Yeah.
They can do this.
That
honestly.
will be half time. It's a lovely ball,
Sorry.
actually.
Should he have squared it?
Like, they'll be so happy.
Gerrard.
Do you know what's so crazy?
His first thought is always to shoot. Half time in Munich as well. This is interesting. I mean, we've obviously been keeping an eye on both games, but you'd say that whilst Bayern have kind of laid siege a little bit to this Villarreal goal, the big chances have been that Danjuma one. It's been Gerard Moreno there at the end, and Robert Lewandowski is lucky to still be on the pitch.
Honestly, this is a strange little half we've had. I don't think anyone was expecting that. So much for your 4-1.
It only needs Bayern to turn up in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Literally, come on,
and
man.
get back to me at the end when it's 5-0. Fair enough. Funny night. If Villarreal can hold off for another 45, can they? Look,
With the way they're going, I feel like they can actually hold off. Honestly, I feel like I've seen Chelsea do this so many times. Yeah, once you're switched on like that at the back, you can hold that for the whole 90 minutes. It's kind of like a mentality.
As you were saying earlier, once time goes, the pressure goes on Bayern.
Well, 100%, because look, you're at,
they're
again,
winning.
It's one of those things. One, they're winning, but two, the Allianz expects Bayern to not just win this game, but to be like, hang on, that first leg was an aberration.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening to us. It's about the performance as much as about the result. Obviously, if they score 2 goals in the 89th and 90th minute, people will celebrate them and it will go mad and all of that. But we're talking about this as, Bayern are a little bit under pressure. Nagelsmann's a little bit under pressure. He would have expected them to come out tonight and try and kind of atone for what happened, because they were desperate first leg. Let's make no bones about it. Bayern were not good. And this is not the first time this season that they have not turned up when people expected them. Look at that first leg against Salzburg, where they were by far the inferior team. And we're looking at this and thinking, where do you go next? Now, Bayern haven't overturned a deficit after a first leg defeat since 2015 in the Champions League. But that said, that defeat to Villarreal was their first away defeat for a long time as well. So there are elements.
They don't go down very often.
They don't go down very
often.
often.
They're not used to that, so maybe that's there.
But the crowd will expect.
They do expect,
I mean,
Musiala's playing well. 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲's done a half decent job, but generally, this isn't Bayern at their best, and we've seen, they're getting into their final third, but Villarreal pretty much camped out there. They're going to start putting tents out in the second half, and because they're just happy there. They're getting comfortable. Like Nika said, she thinks they can hold out. I'm not sure if they can, because they've got Lewandowski on the prowl constantly, and he's scored 46 goals this season. But it doesn't always work out for you, right? And Bayern, they've been beaten 4 times this season in the league.
Well, I mean, let's look at Bayern's passing network, because what this is. Well, in some ways, quite similar to what City's was in the first half against Atletico Madrid, where there's a lot of play, and look at where they are, look at the base levels of what positions they're playing right now, and you can see that this Bayern team are very much in the ascendancy in terms of territory. They are camped in this Villarreal half, but no one's in the box. They're not making any sort of inroads behind this Villarreal back line. And I think what when you're looking at these things is you're saying, okay, Villarreal will look at that and think, yeah, very nice, very nice. That is absolutely fine, because what you're not doing there is creating clear-cut chances. Now, Bayern have the players that you can score from 30 yards, and you don't let them have pot shots from those distances.
Yeah.
But when you're Villarreal and you're the underdog in this situation, you're taking it. Every single day of the week, you're taking that and thinking, thanks very much. And look, there's the Villarreal passing map is far more expansive, probably because they're playing a little bit more on the break here.
Yeah.
But, ultimately, you look at that, and that's a far healthier pass map in some ways, because it shows that people are actually drifting into the positions that they're supposed to be drifting in. Yes, they might be more transitional. Yes, they might be a little bit more apprehensive in terms of, everything is going through the channels that you'd expect. And look, those forward balls to Moreno and to Danjuma are important. But, that's a sensible map. And you look at Bayern and you think all you're doing is going nowhere side to side.
Literally.
Look, this is where Nagelsmann's going to earn his money, right? And I just typed his name into Twitter search just to see what people are saying about him right now, because I wanted to see what the vibe is. I mean, one guy's like, Nagelsmann isn't on Munich's level. He needs to leave at the end of the season. Somebody else, a Bayern fan, said, getting Nagelsmann for 25 mil was the worst decision ever. Somebody else said, if Nagelsmann doesn't switch Sané to the left in the second half and we lose, then he cannot be allowed to continue coaching this club. Honestly, that would just be arrogance to a detrimental degree for us. there's going to be a backlash, right?
Well, no, of course, because the team that, there's plenty of arguments that the team that Nagelsmann inherited from Hansi Flick was near on perfect.
Yeah.
Like, in pretty much every sense. It was balanced, it knew exactly what it was doing. Yes, maybe they could do with a little bit of depth at right back, but, ultimately, it was close to being right. And I think it's intriguing that Nagelsmann is under pressure because a lot of people are saying he's unravelled what was a very good side and made it worse.
He was supposed to replace Pep at Man City. He's not going to do that if he gets knocked
Not
out
like
by
this.
Villarreal.
That'll be 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪. I'm not even joking.
Big Ange is doing a sterling job. Let's go back to Chelsea, Real Madrid for a little bit, and let's take a look at some of the maps here, and take a look at what's been quite an interesting performance from Real Madrid, who are penned back far more. And Neitz, we talked about control of games, right?
Yeah.
The first leg was played at 100 miles an hour, and that didn't suit Chelsea at all because Chelsea like to have complete control of games, and it bypassed that midfield three. What we're seeing here is a Real Madrid who look like they are being forced backwards far more than they are allowed to just, to explode into life dynamically.
Yeah, and the thing is that's what I expected from Real Madrid. I won't lie to you, I thought Real Madrid were going to hold back a little bit because they do have that 3-1 lead going into this. So I thought, they're definitely going to hold back. The only time I'd probably see them try and play a bit more expansive or try to get forward a bit more is probably if Chelsea get another goal. That's when things get interesting. So I'm waiting for Chelsea to see if they can knock on the door a bit harder, get that second goal, and then Real Madrid, they will have to come out and they will have to play and they will have to have Benzema far up top. So it will be very interesting in the second half to see how things play out.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch every Chelsea game. What vibe are you getting from this? Do you think they can do this?
I'm looking at Rudiger's face, Once Rudiger's got this face, he wants that win, and he's one of the leaders in the dressing room, innit? So he's locked on.
Well, let's look at this Chelsea position map just while we're looking at the maps, and look how far forward these front two are, and then look how far forward Ruben Loftus-Cheek is on that right-hand side as well, right? It does look increasingly like he's playing wing back, but he's being asked to do a job only forward. Yeah. It's dropping into a back four when Chelsea haven't got the ball, and it's working.
Exactly, and this is what I mentioned about Thomas Tuchel using wing backs as midfielders and midfielders as wing backs. If he can't do that wing back system, you will see one of the midfielders, if he's playing a midfield three, one of the midfielders acting as that kind of wing back. Yeah, that kind of hybrid role. So Ruben Loftus-Cheek being there, I knew that he had a purpose today, I knew that he'd chosen for a reason, not to sit in that number 6 deep role, just to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek do what he does best. And when he was coming up, he was an attacking midfielder. So what he's doing right now is nothing new to me. So imagine if he scores as well. It's going to be a very... After all, everything you've said about him...
I won't even be able to, enjoy it.
Given him.
Yeah, I won't be able to enjoy it, I'll be honest.
It'd be interesting to see if Loftus-Cheek does see out this game. I mean, he's got 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪 on the bench, and that is a lot of experience. He knows how to see out games. He's got a bit more of defensive mind as well.
At the moment, Chelsea are still chasing.
Chelsea are still chasing at the moment. I just think that at some point I kind of expect Tuchel to change the shape of this team, and I wouldn't surprise me that even though Loftus-Cheek's playing quite well, if he's withdrawn, 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗲𝗪 comes in, they change the shape and look to attack in a different way. I think they probably will do that.
But when do they go for that? If you're Chelsea, right, are you thinking we hold on to the 80th and then we go for the kill for the second goal? Or
I think it'd be before that.
Because surely you're leaving yourself far too exposed otherwise. This is Real Madrid, remember? So it's one of those games where it's look, Chelsea just want one more goal. Yeah. But if they expose themselves too much going for that, it's almost over if Real Madrid
That's the balancing act, right? So
it's what is that point where they
go... But also, you've got to bear in mind, we talked about the Allianz, right? And we talked about the fact that the Bayern fans will start to get frustrated. Real Madrid, I mean, you saw the banner before the last game against PSG. They rolled out the "We are the kings of Europe" banner. Yeah. They expect to win on European nights.
They've won it 13 times.
They won't even if they lose this game 1-0 and they go through, the fans won't be, over the moon. They'll be, pleased that they've gone through, but they're not going to be elated that they've gone and lost a game.
I mean, they're rarely elated, let's be honest.
They are rarely elated, you're absolutely right. But they always have something, don't they, the old Real Madrid fans to hang on to. But it is kind of intriguing because you'd think that, going down, and especially if Chelsea are applying the pump, if they've got Real Madrid under the cosh, the fans will get edgy. People will get nervous. You know what Real Madrid are. They're the quickest fans in the world to boo, to whistle, to start to show disapproval
And
with
that's
the
when
system.
Gareth Bale comes on.
I was going to say, if Bale comes on, we'll definitely hear boo.
Exactly.
I love that.
Or Eden Hazard. Is Hazard even on the bench?
No, he's injured.
No.
He's out for this entire time, which is kind of sad. I wanted that homecoming in the first.
Yeah, you wanted him giggling at the end again, like
have
Like
the
the
little.
last
Look, if Madrid did go out tonight, it would be Gareth Bale's last ever Champions League night. I mean, like, something's happened at the end of the season, and he's leaving Real Madrid for sure.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't retire, which he might choose to do, I mean, just the fact there's a World Cup at the end of the year.
The theory that Gareth Bale is going to retire from club football for international football is my favourite theory.
Yeah, I just think
he's just going to play for Wales.
He's going to go and play golf in Qatar and just train in the gym.
play
I
Well,
love that. I tell you what, Gareth, if that's happening in Copenhagen, we want to make a documentary.
It's either that or he goes and plays for like Cardiff for 6 months, like
or Wrexham,
or
joins the documentary with Ryan Reynolds.
It's all written in the stars.
Have we just worked out what's going to happen here?
You're going to be on it in the morning, huh?
Man, I made some calls as soon as the game ends.
But it'd be weird, like, if Chelsea did knock out Madrid tonight, and Bale, that was the end of it. Like, he's won Madrid the European Cup, and they're booing him.
Well, Casemiro came out and spoke about this week,
did,
right?
yeah.
So Casemiro said, one, when you whistle Gareth Bale, you're whistling the history of this football club,
Yeah.
which I thought was quite
That's
quite a
powerful.
statement from Carlos Casemiro. But also, he also said, when you whistle one of the players, you whistle all of us, which I'm not completely convinced by.
Especially from a club where Benzema was like, I swear on my mum that
Yeah.
doesn't want to play for us.
But it is one of those.
But I do feel like they underrate Gareth Bale so
Oh, they massively do, yeah.
heavily.
I think it's the fact that
It's the Wales stuff,
it's
isn't
the Wales
it?
stuff, the golf.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he's never really learnt Spanish. He doesn't really seem to. He's quite jovial on the sidelines, whatever the result is. I mean, I personally find it funny because I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah, I think this is it. Like, we have a disconnect.
Yeah.
Like, we see Bale for who he's quite a laid-back guy. He takes football for what it is, and like.
But I think he's surprised, conversely, because he's like, that goal I scored against Liverpool, the goal I scored for you in the Cup, I bring it when it's needed, and they're just going boo anyway. He's like.
And they might need him tonight. I mean, Valverde, like.
They might need him. If they needed a goal, they might need him. It's just before they're running back out now, so we're going to speak about this. One, I want to see the XG timeline of this game and just how Chelsea have reached this ascendancy point and really stuck there in many ways.
Yeah.
If it stays like this and it stays 1-0, how long do you leave it before you make changes if you're Thomas Tuchel, and who do you bring on?
Pulisic.
Yeah, you bring on Christian Pulisic, you take off Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I would probably revert back to a kind of a wing-back system. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Marcus Alonso, and probably put Reece James right centre-back, bring on Christian Pulisic, get him right wing-back and see how we go from there. Get him more attacking.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
There's 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃 on the bench as well. I know you thought he might start tonight.
I was hoping he'd start, but I don't know. If we're chasing a proper goal, Hakim Ziyech, he's like... He's a unicorn, It comes once in a while.
Speaking of goals, can we just give some credit to Timo Werner? I've just seen the slow motion replay of the goal. he's purposely assisted that with his knee.
It looked like a bounce off, didn't it?
He's purposely put that forward to. It's quite a clever assist. So.
But the thing is,
we've got to give the guy credit when he deserves it.
You never know.
Credit when he deserves it because he doesn't deserve it often. So at least with Chelsea,
unless he's playing Southampton.
Yeah.
I mean, look, before we start the second half, should we just have a quick check on the bingo?
I'll check the bingo.
See how things are going.
We can do that. Well, Chelsea aren't doing very well at bingo, I can tell you that much.
They're doing well in this game, but they are not doing well in
Chelsea
bingo.
Good at football, rubbish at bingo tonight, that's what we can tell you.
Letting us down.
Bayern, good at bingo, not good at football. So Bayern on the verge of winning bingo. If they bring on Alphonso Davies, they will win bingo because he will outpace.
We are back underway in Madrid for it as well.
We are indeed. And Madrid we have seen a Vinicius skin a defender, and that defender was Reece James, but we haven't seen Benzema doing bits. We haven't seen a Casemiro yellow card.
We will do if Chelsea continue flying forward.
Yeah, Chelsea started really on the front foot here. Kai.
I know.
Clever.
Oh. Wait, we still got it.
That's a really nice positive start from your lot, Newts.
Come on, Charles! Come on!
Here goes Root. Is that?
I did think you were going to go in full kit tonight, by the way.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I was tempted. I've got a whole shin pads, my boots,
John
everything.
Terry mask.
Honestly.
I was hoping.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If we get to semi-finals and you guys call me back, I promise you,
We'll
I
get
will
full
march in
kit.
here. Yeah,
Are you
full
serious?
kit.
Alright, we're done.
Full kit.
Anyone the call up.
Everyone's supporting Chelsea now.
Now, one now everyone's supporting Chelsea, and two, you've also just locked in your place here, so when we get there, so, you know, ultimately.
How she gets future jobs. She goes, I will do this.
Yeah. That's a business sense talking right now.
I will give you content.
Hey, look, it works.
It does.
But like Chelsea still in and around there.
Werner's got you a corner.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure what Courtois doing there. I mean,
Courtois.
he's trying to push it back into play.
Courtois.
As this game kicks off again, can I just say this also might be, I'm going back to jerseys because it's what I know best. Sure isn't wing backs. Will this be the first time that 𝗟𝗲 feature in the semi-finals of the Champions League if they get it? That's got to be the smallest manufacturer.
I mean, definitely.
Hang on,
𝗟𝗲.
I want 𝗟𝗲 Atlanta.
Yeah,
Have
Atlanta.
they never got to the semi?
No,
They got to a
knocked
quarter.
out.
Got to quarter.
So
PSG
if
knocked
they were
them
to get
out.
through, yeah.
Heartbreak.
If we were to get through.
Oh, don't bring that game up.
That was sad, actually.
Are they checking?
I genuinely.
I think they might need to have a look at this,
Is
by
that
the
a
way.
VAR check? Oh, no. I think he
He
tripped
stuck
over
his
his
toe
own
in
foot,
there,
yeah.
hoping he might. But
No, but I think they've given a foul on 𝗟𝗏, which I thought was quite weird, which it definitely wasn't. There we are. There's a big disparity in times between these two kickoffs, by the way. 2 minutes 15. Well, 2 minutes, it'll be 2 minutes 30.
Yeah,
I
that's
said the
quite
Germans
rare.
are punctual.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Not today. And the Spanish very much don't have that reputation,
Yeah.
although
Facts.
Madrid is far more punctual than the rest of Spain.
Yeah, that's true.
So there is
Where's
that
the
to
ref
consider.
from in this match? That's the big question now. He might be Spanish.
He might be. He might be.
Are you allowed to be Spanish if one of the teams is
No,
Spanish?
he'll have to.
then he's not Spanish.
Maybe he's
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Wasn't there a controversy because the ref at Man City was from
From the Greater Manchester area,
which
yeah.
makes no sense because you could like what are people saying that he's pro Manchester or anti?
I don't really know, and also like the Greater Manchester area goes relatively close to
Yeah.
Liverpool. Like he could have been from closer to Liverpool
Yeah.
than Manchester if you were in Greater Manchester.
It's just
But
odd,
alas,
'cause
it is what
even
it is.
being from Manchester means he might be against City
Yeah,
because
yeah.
United. Like which one?
Oh, to be fair, if he's a United fan, he'd be confused as to which
Yeah,
one he
that's
dislikes
true,
more.
yeah.
So,
It's probably a
alas.
Macclesfield fan. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
probably Macclesfield.
I never knew United and Liverpool were actually that close like this.
Yeah,
Like
we'll,
Kevin De Bruyne was talking about him and his Van Dijk's son and Kevin De Bruyne's
Yeah,
child
go to
go to
school.
the same school. I'm
Oh,
just like,
really?
how close do you live?
Super close. Yeah.
Also, lots of people live in a select sort of quite nice area, just sort of
In between the two.
What's it called again?
Is it?
It's
Sale.
There is Sale. Sale is nice. There's a couple of areas.
Chester?
One of them begins with
Yala,
an A.
you're dirty.
Oh, I think that's a penalty. I think this might be a penalty.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Bayern are going to get
He
a
does
pen.
hit it with his knee though, as he takes the man.
No, he knows it.
He
He
knows.
knows he's
He
gonna
knows.
Jinxing.
Shit.
He
Oh, the
knows.
@𝗟𝗏 𝗪𝗃𝗲 are not happy.
There's the
No.
freshman.
Yeah, no, Nine.
Has he given it?
Nagelsmann's hoping. No pen.
Are they having a look at it? Oh
No.
no, we're okay. He does hit the ball with his knee just as he takes Musiala out.
If
Maybe
Villarreal,
he's got away with one there.
if Villarreal go through, what chances do they ever beat a Man City?
Very few, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But I don't imagine a lot of people said they had no chance of getting through
Yeah,
this
but
tie.
it feels like there's only so much luck. I mean, they have disposed of Juve.
Yeah.
If
If they've got to Man City, they'll have disposed of Juve and Bayern on the way. It's not a bad start.
Not at all.
And Emery loves Europe.
He
Oh,
does.
he loves Europe.
He is a master, mostly in the Europa League. But there is a point, and look, they were talking. I think Robert Pires did an interview with LiveScore on brand
Here we go.
about this and the fact that he basically was just like,
Deflected.
That was so close.
Rudiger
Oh,
is
God.
Rudiger
on
is-
one
Oh
tonight.
my god! I'm telling you, it's his eyes. It's his eyes. It's the eyes.
Is that because you can see them because he's not wearing the mask?
On it, literally, even when he's wearing a mask, you can just see it. He's so ready for this. He's prepared. Look at him. Look
That
at him.
wasn't Rudiger then. though.
No,
no, but he's the one that wins
he's
the
the one
head,
who's
the one in
bundling
the
everyone
box,
out the
yeah.
way. This will be Rudiger. There it is. Rudiger scored. I look back at that.
It was
Something broke. Was it Rudiger as well?
Yes,
Who said it? As he,
Oh,
it was Rudiger.
I forgot I was on set for a second.
oh
wow.
my gosh.
Sorry.
Watch out,
don't
to
need
the
the
mic.
blanket anymore.
I don't need a blanket no more.
Gone.
Look, it's a
Nah.
great header.
Oh my God!
What have you said, Rudiger? Seconds
Dean
before.
hasn't really
Come
worked on
on!
this though. That is an amazing header. Like an absolutely incredible header.
I told you, it's the eyes. It's the eyes.
Look, Courtois made more saves than any other goalkeeper in the Champions League, but he ain't getting near that. He is not getting anywhere near
Well,
that.
it's game on.
Wait.
We have to rearrange
One
this.
more goal.
Bayern
got a chance. Sané.
Crossbar? Post?
It looked
Hang on,
like a
Neitz has
save.
got an announcement. Neitz has got an announcement.
One more goal and I'm knee sliding. One more goal. One more goal.
One more goal. I might be sliding. I don't like Chelsea.
One more goal. I don't need this blanket no more.
No, launch that
blanket's
blanket.
off.
I don't need it no more.
All bets are off.
See, look, now they're coming out a bit more. This is going to be so interesting.
It
is.
Oh, God.
It's hard to keep looking at the Bayern game, to be honest, at the moment, because all the action is.
Don't worry, I'll keep you occupied.
Let me know if anything happens over there. We still haven't got the Maisie Rudiger run.
You take on hosting duties and I'll
Oh
watch Bayern.
no, what's he done
We
there?
still haven't got the Maisie Rudiger run. So the bingo's still not doing great. Let me know if Alphonso Davies looks like he might come on anytime soon.
I will do.
We do have a corner.
Because they would win
Kimmich
that.
again. Let's see if he.
Can Kimmich do a?
I don't think we're going to get a full house here tonight in this bingo, but it's definitely.
Oh, we haven't seen a replay of what Tuchel's reaction was to the goal. So
He must have put his arms in the air.
He
surely.
must have.
Assume.
Bang, Sané, smack.
I can't assume
Let us
anything.
know if we've missed anything using the
Goal.
hashtag.
Oh, is that упомекano?
That is bad.
Listen.
Let us know if we miss anything using the hashtag LiveScore watchalong. We can we'll do our best to answer any questions. Also, if we miss anything on the bingo, it's worth you letting us know.
If anyone's seen Thomas Tuchel waving his arms around, you're in the stadium. Let us know.
Look at that header!
Honestly,
oh my
if you're in the
days.
stadium and you're watching the LiveScore watchalong, please do.
You might be listening to it. You might just have your headphones on. I've got a few mates at the game. I'd like to think they're good enough mates that they're watching my career.
If you are at the game, please turn off the.
I'll tell you what, there would have been a few phones lost in the celebrations of that Chelsea ending.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah,
100.
Honestly, if Chelsea get a third,
I think Neitz might explode.
I will.
I'm worried.
Benzema.
Oh, ref
Didn't do
even
nothing.
A lot of people behind the goal very
Nothing.
angry.
He didn't do nothing. Yeah, get up.
There's a lot
Oh
going
my
on
God.
here. It's all very exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty mad. This. I mean,
Is that the best celebration we've had on the show so far?
Oh, by a mile.
Oh,
That's
you ain't seen
Ain't
nothing
seen
yet.
nothing
Let us
yet,
get that third one. Oh
Is
my
there like a
God.
slow-mo replay thing we can do? Because I would love to see that.
Neitz, here's a stat for you. No English side has ever won a Champions League game at the Bernabeu by more than a single goal. So Chelsea
About
on
to
course
break a
to make
record.
history as well.
What a challenge.
That is a
from
great
Reece
challenge
James.
by Reece James.
Also, that's the kind of challenge you don't make on a bookie.
Well,
Famously.
he's just saying
He's
the team.
brave. He's so brave. See,
This
look.
is a complete turnaround from the first leg.
Now look at Real Madrid. Look at. Do you remember we were talking about their passing stats? Look at them now. Look at the
Look at
positioning.
Rudiger's pace.
Yeah.
Look at them. Should have done this in the first half.
Is that a misplaced pass from Mendy? Is that
Nah, it
just
doesn't
whacked it.
count. Doesn't
whacked it.
count.
He's absolutely sliced
Oh, Kante's give away a free kick.
Oh, here we
Captain
go.
Kante.
Oh,
1-0.
Finally.
1-0.
We
Bayern
have
back.
a goal for Bayern. There it is.
Lewandowski.
Should he still be on the pitch?
He shouldn't be on the pitch, but alas, here he is.
59th goal of the season.
59th goal.
Isn't it? Like, what is it, 48 maybe? That? 47? It's ridiculous.
What is
no,
this?
what's happened
Oh
here?
no.
Oh, no, Villarreal have literally played themselves into trouble, haven't they?
What was he thinking?
No.
Oh.
No, you don't do that.
It's Koeman though. Look at this pass. Oh, why is the keeper so far out as well?
It's because it all starts with him.
Thomas Müller just sticks it into him.
Okay, so I don't
Oh,
think
no.
Villarreal can hold it after all.
Yeah.
This was a big 10 minutes after half time, you know, and
Yeah.
you get through that. But it did start to look like an onslaught.
It's hard. Look. See,
Oh,
Nagelsmann's
that
waving
was
his
looking
arms
very-
in the
he's
air,
looking very
shouting.
fresh.
That is relief what we're seeing from
Have
Nagelsmann.
Real Madrid just hit the post, or am I imagining?
I think Mendy saved.
Mendy saved.
Mendy saved.
13 goals
13
and
and
10.
10. There's your top scorer.
There you go.
That's my Ballon d'Or winner.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's completely reasonable.
Honestly, robbed.
Well, it might be if
This
Benzema goes out tonight.
This could get ugly now.
It could.
Oh, hold on.
Open
Let's
the
put some respect on
floodgates.
Villarreal. They've held off for an hour.
Look,
Oh,
Chelsea's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
play
I'll
each
be
other.
alright.
But just they'll see that kind of spirit infused. Everyone.
They've got the taste of blood, don't they, Bayern?
Yeah. It's like a shark.
Yeah, honestly.
So are we on for extra time in both games as it stands?
We are currently on for extra time in both games.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of extra time.
I'm definitely need some water, that's for sure.
Yeah,
It's like to getting hot.
Yeah. Shout for the water boy.
Yeah. Hydration technician. That's cool.
Hydration technician. That's so fancy.
The water boy.
Only the best.
Only the best.
There's plenty of football to be played. Is how I would put it. Dave.
Ref, come on.
Yeah, maybe.
Offside.
Ah, lucky.
It's amazing. Like, do you think that 6-0 win over Southampton has just changed the mindset of this team?
Yep.
Do you think it has?
The thing about that 6-0 is we cannot be, hoodwinked by it, because Southampton, at least one game a season, they're conceding at least 6 or 7. But it's just a determination in their eyes. And I feel like Thomas Tuchel's words probably cut a bit deep, because the way we were playing was terrible. And then Thomas Tuchel said, if we keep playing like this, forget about Real Madrid. We're going to get battered by Southampton, So.
Yeah. He also was just like, the tie is over.
Yeah.
Right, you're right there. You're right there, mate.
I also read
come Chelsea again.
After that game.
Who's that, Mal?
Yeah. In there.
Switch it back in.
Tuchel
Selfish,
said
man.
he ate an immense amount of chocolate after the first leg. Do you see that?
I told you, heartache.
What do you think counts for an immense amount of
Who
chocolate?
did?
Like how?
For a German?
Probably
Tuchel
like
went on
2 boxes of celebrations or
2
something.
boxes of celebrations, you reckon? Yeah.
That's an immense amount.
I think it's more Toblerone, man.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, it's just a bit more German.
Oh, no, I feel like he's a celebrations guy, He's kind of funny. He probably does stuff.
You
with
think
the
Thomas
celebration
Tuchel's
of
funny?
Milky
What
Way.
have you ever done that's funny?
He's funny! Do you not watch his pressers? His pressers are
lately they've been
hilarious.
pretty good. No,
They're quite sad.
I watch his pressers and he's quite funny.
He's quite droll, isn't he?
Yeah. He was a cocktail barman.
Was he?
Before he got the gig,
was.
Worked at a cocktail bar. He's an expert in
mixology.
Mixologist, there we go.
Yeah. Jack thinks he's a mixologist. Made up baby Guinnesses.
Oh yeah, come on, prove it right now.
Yeah,
got a bar
exactly. Get me a shaker in it. We'll be okay.
I think you could be a rapper.
When the hydrologist comes, we'll
get the hydration technician to bring us some mixology equipment, and we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really do think you can be a rapper though.
Spoken word artist.
Wait, when did that come from?
Or Jack's
You
a
ain't
poet.
heard Jack's bars?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to. You need to.
Any on Fulham?
Yeah, there's some Fulham ones.
He has.
There's some
TV
Wembley way
specials.
chat.
When I think of Fulham, I always think of
match
rap.
of the day one.
Well, Example actually famously released an album where he is stood in a Fulham shirt surrounded by Chelsea fans, and the album is called You Can't Rap. So
You've got a few celebrity fans, don't you, at Fulham? You got Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Lily Allen.
Lily Allen.
Lily Allen's
wow.
Lily Allen went to the dark side.
QPR?
She started going to Chelsea games.
She's from Hammersmith,
so
isn't
we
she?
lost.
Yeah.
We
Well, her
lost
dad
Lily.
does.
Her dad's a big Fulham fan.
Michael Jackson, supposedly.
Yeah. Also, Exeter City fan. How about that? For a random bit of knowledge.
There's someone else I'm missing.
There was that
isn't there?
actress.
Oh, Margot Robbie.
Yes.
Margot Robbie,
Margot
really?
Robbie.
Really?
She's been at games.
Yeah, interesting.
Jack Collins.
Yeah. Dean Jones. It's great fun.
What a cast. Coming to the Hammersmith end, you'll see them all.
Yeah, it's a who's who. Richard Osman.
Yep.
Richard
Have
Osman,
you ever
yeah.
seen Hugh Grant at a game?
No, but there is a. I think rumour is probably doing it a disservice. There's quite a strong rumour that when Fulham were very, very close to going out of business in the 90s, that Hugh Grant paid to help the club out. So there you go.
Cheers, Hugh.
Yeah, cheers, mate. This is good. This is good from your perspective. I mean, this game is now very open.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I wanted. You see, Real Madrid, they're pressing a bit higher. Their back line's gone higher up as well. I'm loving it. This is perfect for Timo Werner. This is when I would have brought Timo Werner in, but he started. But this is when I would have brought him in to exploit that back line and kind of let him run at their defense a little bit. So I'm just excited. I'm super excited. Look at you, telling me that we're gonna lose, yeah.
It's been contagious. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if Real Madrid score, I'm laughing.
But it's all for now. It's all good.
It's all good for now, but it only takes, like we said, one Benzema chance, then it's all over.
But I
again.
mean, you're the holder. This is your cup. This is your cup at the moment.
Yeah, but it's our cup for us. This is Real Madrid's cup. Like,
No,
this
I know,
is their
typically
cup.
it is, but like right now, like,
Literally.
you've got a lot to play for. Like they're trying to take it out your hands.
But you know what? I feel like that's why we've got such a fight in us right now. You can
think?
see it all over them. Yeah, this is our cup. This is our territory, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, Real Madrid feel similarly. We talk about water technicians. We're actually going to have a furniture technician. And joining the broadcast,
Oh, did I break? Did I break the chair?
is slightly
damaged.
I heard a crack. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. That could have been.
I think that might be my...
I apologise.
Thanks, you fully broke the sofa.
I apologise.
That's amazing. No, that's you should break the couch when you celebrate a goal. That's.
I apologise.
It's a big moment.
That's what sports about.
But you don't at all. You don't want to break. Be careful with them.
It's a big moment.
I've already broken 3 pairs of glasses.
What, celebrated? That's
Celebrated, yeah.
brilliant.
I broke one at the this Carabao Cup final.
Okay.
Was that through out of anger or...?
No, so I celebrated the Lukaku goal.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Very
till this
unfortunate that,
day,
to be fair.
no, till this day it's onside. I don't care. I don't care. It was onside.
It felt like the goal that resurrected Romelu Lukaku's Chelsea career, and then it was ruled out, and it did feel a bit, just like for the narrative, it felt really hard.
Yeah.
It did a bit.
I was sad.
Yeah, someone should have said something to the red flag. Listen, the narrative.
You have to just tap the ref on the road, but like Narrative FC demands you allow this goal.
Oh my
No,
god.
that's my club.
Another chance.
Oh my god.
What is going on? No! What's going on? Come on! She knee slided. She kept her promise.
I told you.
Hey guys, what is going on?
I told you I will knee slide. I told you.
She did say she would knee slide.
We're still confused by
I'm so confused about what's going on.
Come on, Giles!
Oh my days.
Come on!
Chelsea 3-0 up at the Ballon.
This is amazing.
I'm so ecstatic.
I mean,
Kante?
Yeah,
It's Kante.
Alonso like
We are 3-0 up at the Bernabeu.
A right-footed volley from from
handball?
Marcus Alonso.
Semi-volley. Yeah.
Did you just say handball?
Language, please. It's a family-friendly PG broadcast.
I like to go VAR. That.
Yeah, you're live on Channel 4. Please do not swear.
Just a quick one. When did Kante come on?
He's been playing.
The first minute, like everyone else, he led the team out with the captain's armband on. Oh, still no arms in the air. Super still down. But this is honestly like one of the best results in Chelsea's history.
Wait,
It would
don't
almost be
jinx
one of the
it.
great. It would be one of the great results in
They're
Champions
checking
League
something.
history.
They're checking something.
I think they are checking that bounce against his hand.
Did I just knee slide for no reason?
No,
This could be your Lukaku. Goal check.
Did I just knee slide?
Alonso knows it hit his hand.
For
It's just
no
a case
reason.
of whether they denote that it's okay or not. I mean, what do you reckon?
I reckon he's guilty.
I think it's ruled out.
It's going to be some hands from Thomas Tuchel either way, isn't it?
Oh man, this is tense. I feel for Neitz.
It'd be good for the bingo.
It would be good for the bingo.
It
That
would
is
be-
the important thing.
It would be good for my heart. Oh my.
He's ruled it
God.
out.
No goal.
He's ruled it out. I mean, it's literally deflected back against himself, and his fist was just there.
What's that?
Neitz. Live reaction.
My knees hurt.
My knees hurt.
This is incredible.
He's hit it against 𝗟𝗃𝗃.
Oh, come on.
If it was
It's
any other
barely a handball.
player, I just no.
Oh,
no
it is
sympathy.
incredibly cruel.
It is barely a handball.
It does keep it down though.
It does.
It does keep the ball down and pushes it back into his path, and it's a harsh game. Chelsea's still got 25 minutes to get a
Hey,
foul.
look, you're well in the ascendancy here, Neitz.
At the moment, yeah, Real Madrid are. Well, they're flailing. Look at them. There's the state of them. And this does happen to them. Look, Barcelona gave them absolute pasting here a few weeks ago, and you're doing similar. So there's every reason you're still going to score a third.
Is that?
I feel like I've
So have we had any
a deep
substitutions, or am I
humbling.
imagining things?
We've had
No.
no
No substitution at all.
I warned you, I'm not great with this whole on-pitch stuff.
Watching football
But
live.
hey, you know the ceramics and the German.
That was a great observation. And we
Nothing
appreciate
gets
it.
past me.
Joma and ceramics, and you're all over it.
We've got it sorted. Oh no, come Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid. That's
No!
the cross of Benzema.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was ready for that knee slide, but I was warming up.
Top of the bar.
You warming up your knees.
He's a scary man.
Benzema.
Look at that. Once it gets at him in the air,
Honestly.
I'm shook. Like I'm scared.
How does he beat Mendy at that range, at that angle?
He's got
incredible.
Positioning.
He's so good. Another shot from
God.
Bayern. They have
Wait, does
Villarreal
that count
has
as
sort of
Benzema
the
doing
little
bits?
spell from Bayern, which is quite good.
No,
Yeah.
Nah, I actually thought he did better there.
fair enough. So no Benzema doing bits then.
No, that was
No,
good,
that's not
but
Benzema
good
doing
enough.
bits. That's just Benzema being Benzema. Here you go, another chance for Bayern. Sané.
Honestly, this is getting worrying.
This is a siege.
This is a siege. Like Bayern are definitely scoring.
The only thing you might think that might happen here is that the more that Bayern push this, the more gaps open up, and they don't have any they don't have any fullbacks. They are literally playing that occasionally two at the back.
And one of those
It's
is
a
sweeper
bit
keeper.
It's a bit chaos, and one of them is sweeper keeper Neuer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Unai Emery have the greasiest hair in the game?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
I mean, that is something.
Sometimes I look at it and I can feel the gel in my
Yeah,
hand.
I can see my
it's
reflection. Yeah. You know, they say Arteta's hair's Lego, but
It is Lego though. It's
it is
very Lego.
Emery's not far behind. They're actually from nearby towns. Maybe it's something to do with the water in the Basque Country.
Yes, indeed.
Or the hair gel.
The hair gel. It's the hair gel.
Yeah, it's a very specific hair
It's a
gel they use.
Yeah,
Specific.
the Basque Country known for its tapas and its
It's hair gel, yeah.
You heard it here first on LiveScore, guys. We don't just bring you the best heat maps. We bring you
and the best
real
and the best
insight.
widget in the game.
And the best knee slides.
And the best knee slides.
Honestly, that was impressive.
Thank you. My knees are hurt though. It's gonna hurt in the morning as
Yeah.
well.
It's all right if they score another.
Like
if you score
a
again,
10-year-old boy has been knee sliding
my
at a
God.
wedding.
That was you did it so naturally as well. Like it all happened.
It was
wasn't-
very fluid.
Yeah.
No, no, why? I had practice, right? I had practice, right? You know
That's
that-
what she's been doing all afternoon.
Honestly, I've had practice.
One of the journalists at the game, who's a Madrid reporter, 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗏, says the Madrid fans are now coming alive. They're finally making noise and cheering their team into challenges and urging them on.
Why? Oh, great
Which
tackle by your boy. Ruben.
Isn't great news for Chelsea. Like, I mean, Madrid fans are pretty flaky, right?
They do this a lot, right? Like, I was kind of listening to some bits about Madrid recently, and I was listening to Sid Lowe talking about them, and one of the things he said was they never really come alive until they're behind.
Yeah.
Right? They kind of wait.
What's the expectation?
The
You just
expectation
expect
is they
to
win,
win.
and then they kind of they go behind. They're like, oh, we should probably get involved.
Yeah.
And I think what was interesting in that PSG game is that the Real Madrid fans were so kind of up for this from moment one because they were behind in the tie, because it felt like they were the underdogs all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and suddenly it was like, wow, we're Madrid, off we go.
Yeah.
And obviously to come into this 3-1 up, it feels a bit like, you know, you're looking at this and going, Madrid fans are probably just like, oh, it's done. It's done. We
Yeah.
score early and this game
I mean,
is
it's what
dead.
Man United were like for years. Like, you just have this like expectation and dominance over everyone, and it's hard to get motivated for games. Like Real Madrid turn up to this game like 3-1 up against Chelsea. Like they're like, this is done really, and it's hard to find their voice. But you know, at a moment like this, they're 2-0 down, 3-3 on aggregate. They've got to fight. They've got to play their part now. I mean,
Well,
have
it's
you been, I
interesting.
presume
I mean,
you've
Ali,
been to the
there,
Bernabeu out
right?
of us.
And
Bernabeu.
there's a funny thing between, you know, there's a level of expectation there completely from Real Madrid fans. But I mean, those games against, you know, you've seen them against Atleti, but also against Barcelona, and they do kind of raise their game for big games. Is it this? Does this just feel like it was done and that's what it was?
Possibly. I mean, I've only been a few times. My biggest takeaway from the Bernabeu was how, and this isn't a go by the way, I was actually quite impressed was how, I guess the term would be senior the crowd was. I've never seen so many people of an older age. Generally, the vast majority were over 60, if not 70. Perhaps that's due to the history, whatever. They definitely get behind them, but I feel like, again, with the expectation comes, I don't know, I feel like it's more of a negative than a positive for the most part, until they really have to get behind them.
Yeah.
As you said, for the big games. You know, when the crowd do rally at Bernabeu, as a viewer, you always notice the crowd does get good, but
You
it
do.
always takes a while. And they've got that brilliant little white section behind the goals.
Yes.
However, unfortunately, I think due to renovations, they can't really be right up.
I don't
up
think
the
it's the
pitch for a
same
while.
anymore. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll come back. It'll be all of this is.
They're
This
usually
bit here,
behind
yeah,
like
like
goal,
this
aren't
goal,
We're
they?
kind of missing that, aren't we? It feels
Maybe
like
that's what it is. Maybe that vibe's missing. But you're right. I've been to Bernabeu. It was a decent atmosphere when I went, but it was nothing.
It felt like more of a theatre thing.
It
if I'm
does
honest,
feel
and
a bit
I'm
more
not
like
having
a
a go at
theatre,
that.
yeah.
It's
I
like-
loved it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
super unique, amazing neighbourhood,
Yeah.
amazing building, but it just didn't feel like the kind of place. It doesn't feel like that raucous thing you got at the Calderon.
well, yeah, like you described, you don't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. No.
I went to see Real Madrid legends play Arsenal legends there.
Okay, how was that?
Random.
Speaking of a senior crowd.
Yeah, it was a very senior crowd. Yeah, it was
Senior players.
saw 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪𝗰𝗵 score at the Bernabeu. So everyone's a winner really. Raul scored. It was actually incredibly great. But ultimately, it's just like one of those where I imagine the atmosphere wasn't all that different in large parts of the game.
They might not have been. They might have even been more up for it seeing players from the past.
Yeah, no, everyone was very excited to see some of these. We had some great players. Baptista played. Well, that for a...
Yeah, Legends games are cool because you get so excited to see these people.
Who's in goals? Because goalkeepers are already older when they retire.
I don't know. Might be...
Leviashin?
yeah. All of the real old guys.
So
Richard Jano got a hat-trick. Richard Jano did come on. Genuinely came on in the game. Like for 5 minutes. He was well old.
Because he retired in the 80s.
Yeah. No, he retired early 90s, I think.
Was it early 90s? He was part of that Vulture squad.
Yeah, that was his squad. They were the Quinta de Butra.
Yeah.
He was the Vulture.
He was
the
Vulture.
the Vulture squad.
I think they interviewed him a few years ago. He was definitely, I'd be surprised if he was on the pitch.
I'm pretty sure they brought him on not to play, like almost like as a... he came on for like 2 minutes. No, with a shirt on as if he was going to play. They passed him the ball a couple of times.
He didn't actually play.
Yeah, got in the kind of...
I saw Gaza did that the other day, didn't he?
Well, they let him score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they treated him like he was like 80 years old.
No, I thought it was
I was like, I'm sorry, a little more capable than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
The defender's like falling over.
And the goalkeeper going like, it's like when the mascot lets the kids score at half time.
It very much was like a half time kids show. It was all a bit odd.
Reading an amazing article about Gaza the other day, that his top 50 craziest moments. And there's one that just absolutely got me, supposedly at Lazio. He's on the bus with, obviously they're travelling away. He was in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And they've gone through a large tunnel, as you do through mountainous Italy, wherever they were travelling. He's gotten completely butt naked and sat next to Dino Zoff, the manager. So as they've come out of the tunnel, Starker's Gaza and Dino Zoff's just absolutely lost it at him in front of everyone. Like, get your clothes on, get back to the back of the bus.
Sorry to interrupt, but Tony Kroos looks really angry coming
Yeah,
off.
I mean, I presume he's being subbed here, Tony Kroos, and he really is angry. He's shouting at someone. Camavinga's replacing him.
He's fuming. Look, he's fuming.
Villarreal have just had their first attack, but let's have a little look at just this game's momentum chart. And it's one-way traffic, to say it's a bit of a least, I think is probably the way I would put this. Bayern laying siege, as they say, to this Villarreal goal. The question is...
They've still only got one goal.
They only have one. But, I mean, I suppose this is the point right now. You look at this and you think, what happens next? And if the next goal is a Villarreal one, can Bayern recover? That will be a body blow. If
Here we go.
Oh,
wow. That's Müller.
Yeah.
Thomas Müller had a very bad game in the first leg. I haven't seen Thomas Müller have a very bad game of football in such a long time. But he's not playing very well here either. Two on the bounce would be quite something.
No, we do like him.
We did interview Thomas Müller a couple of years back.
He seems like so much fun.
He is one of the funniest men on earth.
It was so weird, but it was so good. He was making horse noises.
I was going to say, the horses came up?
We talked about horses for ages, but then also after we talked about horses for a while, he then started responding to other questions by just making horse noises.
Awesome.
And then he basically worked. We were like, can you only make horse noises? He was like, no, I can do the whole farmyard. And then we spent 10 minutes making farmyard noises with Thomas Müller.
Which was great.
So
like
he just looks like the guy at school who was decent at sport, but he doesn't have a big body.
He's gangly,
he's flush gangly. He loves horses.
Loves it.
Yeah.
I love him, man. He just seems like such an easy guy. So what? Just horses and farm?
We really didn't talk about that much football.
How's his English?
We just talked about random
stuff. His
English
was very good.
Because he's obviously good at puns with the low end goal scheme.
Yeah. We interviewed him that day and Alphonso Davies. We talked quite a lot about football with Fuzzy, and Tim Hootens. But that was it.
Yeah.
And Müller just basically wanted to talk about horses and cows. Chelsea are in again.
Werner's clever there. Werner, this is Torres moment. Torres moment. What did you say? The Torres moment.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, also, this hits Kai Havertz on the way in. And
Hold on. I need to make sure until we get to the kickoff, I'm not celebrating.
He's scared to celebrate. I can see it.
Until we get to the kickoff,
what is going on?
I have to get to the kickoff before I celebrate anything.
Days.
No. Once they've kicked off,
sick. He scored a goal. He doesn't know what to do.
So they have to.
So Werner,
what do you do if you're Chelsea? Do you keep attacking?
Werner's made it and scored it.
He's definitely
He's on. That's
on the
count
side.
one. Is
Look
there
at
a
this,
foul in the
this-
build-up?
Look at
No,
that.
no, this is
He's
fine.
done him there.
There's no
He's done
foul.
him
No
there.
foul.
It's a goal.
It's a goal.
It's a goal, 100%.
Did we not say, or you said it, he needs his Torres moment. This could change everything.
I mean, this is why Tuchel played him, right? Like he was
cried?
hoping that.
I'm actually close
What
to
is going on? Is our first tears?
Yeah,
I know there's the couch again.
this has been a lot of
The
first.
tears, I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
I'm sorry, close
It'll be
to
great-
tears.
it'll be good.
I'm so happy.
Whoa, the couch is
Oh,
gone.
couch is gone.
Couch is gone.
Don't worry, it's not ours.
I just wanted to say,
Your head's gone. The couch is gone. It's all going on.
This is the most chaotic watch-along of all time. I'm having a great
Let's
time.
stand in room only.
It's
Oh, you need to do the alibi. Pick up the couch and shake it.
No. Fourth goal, I'll do that.
Right, Nick, you're going to have to sit on the floor, you two.
Oh, what did I do?
You can stay,
do you know
stay in the
what?
corner.
Couch is gone. Sorry,
Do you know
sorry to the
what?
budget.
I'm not even going to lie to you. If we win the match, I'll pay for the couch.
No, you won't. It's all good.
I will
the
pay
best
for the
viewing
couch.
that- This is the best
This is
viewing that we've
unbelievable.
had.
I can't believe he's done
I'm
that.
not, I'm
watch
not being
along.
funny. I'm not being funny. My side is fine.
You know what? I feel like I'm back on the terrace. I'm
Yeah, you're just standing
that's where I belong
around
anyway,
again.
you know?
Yeah.
Someone get me a beer and I'll just come watch.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
it in the corner.
My side
There you go,
is
you're
fine.
still in view.
yeah.
You know what? Your side's fine. It's actually on me.
My side is fine. I
I
jumped
mean-
on you, that's why.
The state of this.
Hello. My couch is fine.
In-shot photos.
Ah, come on, Chelsea. I can't believe it.
So yeah, I mean, listen, if broken couches were on the bingo, we'd be doing all right. But we haven't really had much going on the bingo.
No, although we have. I've got to say to you that I've just been told that we've got a picture of Thomas Tuchel with his hands in the air.
Really?
I was going to
Chelsea
assume.
are finally on the board.
I was going to
in the
assume
bingo.
he must have done that.
3 goals. They brought on Marcelo.
That's all right.
That's not what I would have done.
No.
That's not what happened.
What would you have done?
But who do they have
Not
on the
that.
bench?
Oh no!
They don't have
Casemiro's
options.
off, and he definitely
Oh,
wasn't
they're going
guarding.
for it. They're going for it. They
That was
brought
our
Rodrigo as
closest,
well.
wasn't it? To...
No, Madrid, Bayern.
Oh! Oh my God, I'm screaming now. What's going on?
You're a Chelsea
I
fan.
want you to
now.
lose.
No, you see, I told you, I'm a contagious Chelsea fan. You know,
Yeah.
you'd want to win for me.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
you'd
mean,
want-
I
you'd
really
wanna
don't
win.
like Chelsea, but tonight I do.
See,
Got
I've
mates at
turned
the game,
in.
Leeds having a great time, she's
See?
crying.
So
No,
Chelsea
honestly.
will play Liverpool?
Would you not play Man City?
I think they play Man
Liverpool.
City.
We play Man City.
I think they play Man
we play
City,
Man
yeah.
City.
Let me get-
Or Atletico Madrid.
Or Atletico Madrid.
Because you never know.
at
The
that
winner
save.
of Real Madrid.
That's a great stop from Courtois, by the way. That should be 4.
Well, he's good at saves. The winner of Real Madrid v Chelsea will play the winner of Man City Atletico.
Yeah.
And then Benfica or Liverpool take on Bayern or Villarreal.
Okay, so we were saying earlier that Villarreal stand almost no chance against City. There's only more chance against Liverpool
So I've got Liverpool after this.
if they.
Do you know what's really significant here?
Yeah.
If
The couch is
Chelsea
broken?
does win this, okay. Apart from that,
Hang
but
on,
if
we've got a sub coming
oh,
on.
Sub
We got a sub.
Oh, okay.
Sub.
Okay.
Did you bring this? Was this in preparation of this?
This is the furniture technicians
We got
are
a
back.
sub being made.
They said Anita's coming. We've got to get a new couch.
Sub couch in here.
Like,
Look at this man.
We got.
As watch-alongs go, this one has been far more eventful.
15 minutes left. We've had to.
We've had to sub in a new couch.
Bayern haven't
There you
made
go.
any subs, but we have. We brought in a new couch.
I cannot believe this is happening.
This is quite spectacular.
Here they come, the lads from DFS. We had them waiting outside.
Amazon Prime's really, really up this game of late. Now you can order couches
You
in
didn't
10
know.
minutes.
Oh,
go, Real Madrid!
No!
Rodrigo.
You're kidding.
Rodrigo, super sub.
It's an unlucky couch.
How long's he been
Think about
on?
it, the second it came in, they
No.
scored.
Man.
Get it out of here.
Get the couch
Get
back
it out
out.
of here.
Oh,
You're not going to sit on it.
that is a big twist.
Oh,
What is-
wow.
oh, wait, but this means we're going
What's
to extra
happened?
time.
Kante's
Yeah.
given the ball away. Marcelo, one sub, wins it back. Modric has been
What a ball.
unreal.
What a disgusting ball.
Who made that ball? Modric.
Modric.
Look at that. Outside of the. Oh, my God.
Unreal.
That is unbelievable.
That's one of the passes of his life.
Rodrigo and Vinicius, did they come at the same time? Around the same time?
The year after Rodrigo came in.
And from which clubs?
Wow.
Was it Fluminense?
I think one of them came from Flamengo, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong though, I could be wrong. I think it's one, you're right though, I think it's a Rio club.
Yeah.
Modric is so
Nate,
fake.
how you settling into your new home?
Yeah,
I don't really
it's
like
giving me
this one.
bad vibes.
Yeah, it's giving you
It's
bad
like quite
vibes.
cold.
Yeah. Giving some bad vibes there.
Well, you know how you change it.
What happened?
Jump on you again.
Also, especially after Chelsea very nearly scored that fourth.
Oh, God.
Well,
See, now we're
off
back
we
to
go.
square one.
We
Here
are.
comes the blanket.
Yeah,
We're
get the
back.
blanket
What are you
back
talking
on.
about? You're still going extra time with this.
Yeah, you would have taken
You're 3-1
you would have
up.
taken my
Yes.
arm off. Never
I
mind
would
that
have said,
hand.
yeah.
Timo
to
Werner
be
rounded
fair,
3
to be
players and scored.
Do you know what? It reminded me of Christian Pulisic's goal
What a
from last
ball.
year.
Alonso on you.
Yes.
No.
And you see this.
Very poor.
I promised I won't say anything negative.
How long is
about
Alonso's
Alonso.
contract for?
He's up next year, so hopefully we sell him this year.
I got to say, I've just checked my my WhatsApp, and one of my mates sent me a message 20 minutes ago saying, Jones, I'm extremely concerned about this chair leg. And he sent me a picture of the chair leg looking extremely wonky.
It wasn't well.
And then he sent on a minute ago, of you just collapsed. So, cheers, lads. Sorry I didn't say that one in time.
The watch along is going.
Didn't know I
right
should have been
to plan.
checking my WhatsApp throughout the game just to check.
Oh,
the WhatsApp.
Madrid!
Oh, Mendy's
good
got
save,
down to
Mendy.
that.
See, but this is bad. This chair is bad vibes.
Yeah.
It is.
Bad vibes. It's good vibes for you. Look at you.
No,
Why are you batting your nose?
I'm kind
You on
of
Chelsea side?
loving Chelsea at the moment. It's whoever can beat City, and I'm not sure if Chelsea. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if you'll beat City again.
I
You've
don't
got it. Like I thought Miguel Delaney said it really well just before the Champions League final last year. Like
Yeah.
it's been so tight with you two, and it's always gone your way. There's only the what is it? The law of averages.
Yeah.
There's got to be a point where City are going to prevail over Chelsea, and it's ridiculous how you've got your number over them last year. You beat them in the
We
final.
beat them 3 times.
You beat them in the cup.
Yeah, we beat
And you
them
beat
in
them
the
in the
cup.
league. It was just like at one point,
You had to give.
You
it
have
has
to give.
and I'm scared it'll give in the next leg. So
It's already given like twice already this year. Like we lost 1-0 both times.
yeah, but that's the league. It was. I really felt. Yeah,
There he
that's
comes.
There we
man.
go.
Here
Who's
it
coming
comes.
off?
Who's he on
Captain
for?
America.
Oh,
Yeah.
Werner. That's interesting.
It's not
Yeah.
very fair.
I like it though.
That's nasty.
That's not very fair.
No, I do like it.
Again, the narrative. No one respects. the
Come on,
narrative.
Pulisic.
Narrative FC are not pleased with this change.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
To be fair, they've given us a pretty good narrative.
Yeah, it's true.
But you know, it just unleashes him to kind of.
Coleman's absolutely
Coleman.
spun him. Up you get Geronimo.
Oh.
What is he doing?
No.
You think he says Geronimo?
That was cheating.
His name's Geronimo.
Yeah, that's it. Geronimo.
Do you reckon he shouts Geronimo when he comes for a ball? Because I would.
I would.
But I suppose
Every
in Spanish
time.
it's probably head on him.
Yeah.
So
Where-
or it
where-
doesn't have quite the same effect.
Where does that come from? The whole screaming.
Do you reckon?
Geronimo?
I don't know.
I don't know. No idea. I think it's pre-us.
Can we ask the audience?
Yeah, anyone knows where
I
Geronimo
Okay, ask the
Sorry,
audience.
yeah. I got no 4Gs.
Yeah, Dean, ask your mate.
Lads, can you just let us know?
Ask your mate about who knew about the chair if he knows where Geronimo comes from. We'll learn that today as well. Every day's a school day on the LiveScore watch along.
While I'm on my WhatsApp, got a message from Harry, one of the lads who brought in the sofa, and he says Mason Mount has now scored more European Cup goals than Diego Maradona.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans are going to eat that stat
Diego
away.
Maradona didn't play that much. Famously won the UEFA Cup.
Just reading it out.
What
Oh,
a
no.
ball. What a ball. Well, what can he do? Reece James.
Reece, be
Well
careful,
done,
be
Reece.
careful.
Decent, isn't
Be careful, be careful. That's
Oh,
it.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Good boy, good boy, good boy.
He goes down there, I think.
But he's
Go on.
Whack it.
Oh.
See, this-
Listen, I can see Villarreal getting the sneaky one. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they
I'm
still haven't had a
say-
shot on target, but their first one might be that one.
Yeah, or one of those.
Only did a deflection or an own duty.
I was the only called. I was watching the obviously Italy World Cup qualifier, and I just said after about 80 minutes, I just feel like that first shot's going to go in, and then
and it did.
it's
didn't
got a
it?
bit of a vibe. I'm not saying that they will. I'm not even saying if they score they'll still go through because I can see Bayern getting a second. But I feel like Villarreal's on for one goal.
I feel it as well, to
Okay.
be honest.
Yeah.
Has Gnabry been on holiday?
Gnabry has come off the bench.
I understand football. Yes.
I think it happened while the sofa was being subbed.
Delivered.
We got a couple of subs on in the actual games as well. So
Fair enough.
that's good. What an evening of entertainment it has been.
And we
quite
still may have
remarkable.
half an hour more.
Who knows?
According to both
I
games,
don't.
actually.
Yeah,
Both
both
games.
going to extra time at the moment. I don't know if we have enough sofas to
get through extra time.
That's alright. It's plenty of room.
We're all just jumping on these. We'll have squeezed these two together, and we've.
Oh my days!
We'll get a plank between them.
If Chelsea win on pens, I'm not sure what Nietzsche's going to do. She's going to smash the whole place up.
Honestly, protect the TVs. Protect the TVs.
Oh my goodness! Foot straight through the screen. She's a Chelsea fan.
Oh God!
Yeah, typical, isn't it?
Too blue.
Hooligan by birth.
It's literally, yeah.
It's inbuilt.
I know you meant that as a dig.
There you go, good chance next.
Listen.
Oh, we've done the sweeper keeper.
I think you're going to get.
If we had a Neuer to pay support
I think Chelsea are going to get.
It would have been okay.
I don't know.
That's a very rare occurrence. I wouldn't have been on the bingo card. It's too rare. Here comes 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪.
Oh, I rate him.
One of my favourite players in the world.
Yeah, he's decent. Yeah,
he's also coming on for 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲, which is quite an offensive change. And I don't mean that in like it's offended me. No, that's a real power move. That means Lo Celso will drop back into the midfield.
Look at that ball from Modric, though.
Oh,
Jesus.
Honestly.
What a goal that is.
Beautiful. Come on, Chelsea. You've got it. Do you know what? Even if Chelsea don't win this, Thomas Tuchel's done a job.
He's done amazing.
He's done a job and a half.
Fun fact about Trigueros, he's
it's Pedraza, but still.
Okay.
Let's have the fun fact about Trigueros.
He's a qualified primary school teacher.
Oh, wow.
Just like his dad, who was also played for Villarreal and was his teacher.
Oh.
I was reading about how he basically said, like, I don't know what happens when I hit 35. I love teaching. I love yeah, so he's...
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, really sweet. Sid Lowe did a great interview with him at the primary school, where he got his badges.
Got his coaching badges.
Yeah.
Honestly, imagine how well drilled their football team will be.
Yeah.
No.
Also from the academy, the Villarreal academy, was built on an old orange grove.
Is it named after that as well? You'd hope it would be called like Orangeria.
You'd hope so.
Naranjeria.
Naranjeria.
Nietzsche, you're now properly hiding behind that.
Yeah, the blanket's back.
The blanket's back.
Just
the blanket's
peeping
back.
over the top.
It's frightening. These last few minutes are going to be frightening for me.
I know. Yeah, it's easy for us to see.
Imagine you broke the couch for nothing.
Yeah, it would be sad.
I don't think so. I think they're going to get a fourth. I really do.
In normal or extra time?
Normal. 3 minutes
Really?
time.
Oh.
I don't know why they took off Werner, man. He's finally hit
the stride.
But
but it's Pulisic's good, isn't
Raul
he?
Albiol has had an absolute stunner of a game again. The man is
he just
quite
looks like
old now.
He looks like something like 300.
I was going to say, he looks like a grizzled Spartan captain. But he's had two absolute stunning games. He was in our team of the week last week, and he looks like he's going to be a shoe-in for it again. And check that out on LiveScore on Thursday morning. There you go, always on brand,
Turn.
They got a chance. Oh, it's hard to talk in it.
It's quite tense.
So difficult.
It is tense.
It's tense.
They're quite tense in both games as well.
I mean, one mistake at this point,
and
you're gone.
I just feel like I came with no expectations, but now...
That's it. You came in hope, didn't you? You came in hope, and now you're like 3-1 up. You've actually scored 4 goals at a 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗏.
It's crazy.
Here's Davies. Bingo ready.
Has he outpaced anyone yet?
Not yet, but Chelsea have another corner.
Well, let's watch out for it. Davies outpaces someone.
We've got more time to fill in the bingo card now.
Bingo.
Casemiro cannot happen.
No, Casemiro can't happen, so...
We can only get... Well, it would be good to get a line in there.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, the line for Bayern to win it, and then a full house is no longer possible.
What's the reward for winning, by the way?
We're going to send them a LiveScore t-shirt.
Okay.
Send who? They have to pay...
Bayern Munich.
They have to pay for the sofa.
We'll just send it to the training ground. So share this between you lads.
Yeah. Well done, you won LiveScore bingo.
They'll be fighting over it, I'm sure.
Look at the way Rudiger pushed Modric.
You can't buy that kind of merch.
That swag is not available in any shops.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
LiveScore drip.
Muller would probably wear it.
Nagelsmann will be on next week, and he'll get an automatic cross straight off in the Nagelsmann looking fresh column. So
they all use LiveScore anyway. They'd all love it.
That's what we saw over the summer, wasn't it?
Over the summer. Which game was it when they were?
It was the Denmark game they qualified.
Yes. That's right. Who are they playing? Russia?
Yeah, they played Russia.
That was
there
amazing.
You go.
It feels like a long time ago. It was less than a year.
I know.
Go on,
That was
Villarreal.
the day I got COVID.
This game feels like a long time.
Here we go. What did I say?
it
What did I
is.
say? What did I say?
Days,
What did I say? Can we rewind it back to that 5 minutes ago? What did I say?
Yeah, you got it.
First shot on
First shot,
target,
they
and
scored.
Villarreal scored. Oh my! Look at their stunned faces.
Oh,
They're like,
no.
What?
What a goal.
Oh my, what a goal that
What
was.
a pass this is from 𝗟𝗏 𝗪𝗁, by the way. It's brilliant from 𝗟𝗏 and then brilliant from 𝗪𝗁.
It's literally gone from their own box
God.
in the space of about 10 seconds.
Or is this the...
This is the goal.
Is that a beautiful Dani Parejo pass as well for the link?
Oh, it might be, yeah.
He's on, he's in, he's defo in.
Yeah, he's on, he's loads on. It's this one.
Always this one, it's this one. Yeah,
he is.
Calm.
He is, isn't he?
That's a goal.
I don't know.
He's on.
He's on.
You can't say that.
Nah,
Oh
he's
my
on.
days.
Yeah, what
Absolutely
a play.
clinical.
Now cut to Nagelsmann.
That is not an easy goal to keep.
Also, I thought it hit the keeper, isn't it? It's just a...
No.
great strike.
He's put that in the perfect place. That is a really difficult shot, actually, if you think about it. Running with the backspin, he's hit it against the ground.
Against the floor, the 𝗟𝗏 against the deck.
Brilliant goal, brilliant substitution.
There it is.
Brilliant prediction.
Emery again.
Look.
Strikes in Europe.
Guys,
Your
what
predictions come true. I need Dean's to come true.
Oh!
You should be doing so much better.
Hold on, I'm not saying it's over. I can see Bayern scoring, guys. I'm telling you.
No, he's giving it.
What did I say?
He's giving the pen. No.
No, this is so dramatic.
You
This
can't
is way
point to the
too
goal
dramatic
kick
for
bit
me.
if you're also pointing via the penalty spot. It's okay. It's okay.
doing?
This
Don't
is
panic. He's not giving it.
dramatic.
He hasn't given it.
No.
Absolutely.
He was pointing for a goal kick at a moment like that.
Yeah, he points for the goal kick. But he's
What is
doing-
he
he's
doing?
getting that
Past
penalty
the penalty.
spot.
No, I'm pointing past the penalty spot to that little corner. No,
That is not
the
acceptable.
entire world
There's
thought
too
you'd given a
much
penalty.
tension. We're not having that.
Can you imagine?
I think Bayern's still going to score.
Oh my days.
Please, Dean,
It's ridiculous.
whatever judge that you banged, right, you need to give it to Dean so Dean could do the same thing. I
Niece,
need
why don't
that.
you go home and we'll text you on the way back and let you know how it went?
Do you know what? Do you know what?
I'm worried about this.
At this point,
worried
that
for
might be
you.
a shout. At this
Free
point.
kick, Chelsea.
Oh, imagine you score now.
Oh, they've brought 𝗟𝗏 𝗪𝗁 on. Great scenes.
Can you imagine if he gets
I
thrown off?
love it when 𝗟𝗏
He
𝗪𝗁
broke
comes on.
Catalana's heart, Deacon.
He makes me so happy. What a ridiculous human being.
Oh, there
Bayern
you go,
are in
Chelsea.
Serious trouble.
They got a minute and a half left of added time.
Oh, I can't
How much
do
extra
extra
time?
time.
4 minutes. 4 minutes at Bayern.
A goal for Chelsea
4
now
minutes at
wins
Chelsea.
it.
1 minute left.
A goal wins it.
So if
I
you're take on the ball,
cannot do extra
Or
time.
Benfica.
or Benfica.
No, we'll just end it. We're all going
I'd
for extra
rather
time.
just, yeah,
3-1. Oh,
They've
no,
gone
that's
shaky.
not what I would have done.
They've gone short. I don't think I would have done that.
Oh, it's
No,
going back.
Just
Oh, gosh, that poor couch.
Oh,
I made
Pulisic
sure
missed
I
like...
landed.
Pulisic had like 3 chances.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my phone. I thought the couch this time you break it's my phone.
Look.
Pulisic,
smashed
you
it.
need to
He's
be-
unlucky there. There's a lot of contact going on.
Nah, it's only broken.
No, Pulisic needs to be scoring there. He needs to be, but it's unfortunate.
I mean,
3
this is going
minutes
extra
left at
time.
Bayern.
Serge Aurier.
Here he
They've gone for
is.
the Tottenham quartet.
All 4 of them on the pitch. at the
Oh my
same
days,
time.
like Bayern are going out.
They are currently going out. Yeah.
If Chelsea don't move the ball, they might be too. Okay,
English, genuine
yeah,
concern.
move the ball.
I'm concerned this is going extra time, mate.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you, mate?
Look at this.
Oh,
It's
and
8K
there's stunned
emotions.
silence in
What a weird.
at the Allianz.
This is the thing with Bayern. Like, they are such a good team and they just struggle to step it up.
Right.
Was it
Yeah.
quarter-final last year?
Look at 𝗟𝗏.
We have extra time.
What did you
in
call
Madrid.
the water people? What did
The hydration
the
technician.
hydration
Yeah, I do think
technician?
you need
We
some
might
water.
need to call in the
We
hydration
might
technician.
need to give them a
Yeah.
call.
Let's see what they're saying before this extra time begins. Look at Dean, looking all smug with his water.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting I've got it and I can't share it because of COVID rules.
Yeah.
COVID rules do and say that you're not allowed to share water.
I can pour it on you, but I'm not allowed to let you have a sip.
Yeah. We'll work on some hydration.
Also had to be
technicians
careful
while
with
we're-
Neats
We're in the
because-
break.
She could throw that at any moment over the whole set.
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
it would
Do you know
kill all the.
what? I feel like you should put handcuffs on me right now.
Did we get the Parejo pass? Did we count it? 'Cause that's,
I think we had to count that.
I think we should, because he's also gone off now. So
Yeah.
this is the
That
end. if he
Modric
doesn't-
assist is
It's disgusting.
Also, I forgot that game had ended, and I just thought it was a good
That Modric assist is so dirty.
I'm real stressed
Guys,
out.
there's actually a game going on.
Yeah, it still is. Bayern are flying forward. Serge Aurier's on as well, so anything is possible.
Oh, it's a done.
Geronimo.
It's done. It's done.
He's lying on the ball.
Villarreal versus Liverpool or Benfica, if they can come back.
Geronimo.
It's all very exciting. Neats, you would have taken that before
I
kickoff,
would have taken
though.
it. Yes.
It's important to remember these things in the stress of the stress of the moment. From from small acorns, great oaks grow.
Bars.
So Liverpool will go through Benfica and Villarreal. Who did they have before Benfica? In the round of 16?
Who did they have?
Liverpool. Inter.
Yeah.
To be fair, which was probably the most tricky game in the round of 16.
I feel like Inter was the better team against Liverpool, 100%.
There's a lot of stress going on.
Oh
here.
my goodness, Villarreal cannot believe it. This will be their third.
It's actually ridiculous. This is ridiculous. If they make the semi-finals again,
that's another card.
The size of
Lewandowski,
Macclesfield Town, Spanish Macclesfield, are after their third European Cup semi-final.
It is remarkable.
Put some respect on their name, you know. Like it's just ridiculous.
And this is the thing, because every time they play a knockout game against a big team, an English team particularly, you're like, we'll win that. Like Man United last season.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's mad. Like people just
respect. You don't respect the Europa League. The Europa League won't respect you.
Yeah, that's true. It's like
those Villarreal fans.
Yeah, that's true.
It's unreal what they're going through.
It's amazing.
I know. They just must. The thing is, their parents, that
throw of the
can't
dice
exist
for Bayern,
when their parents are born. But it's not like it's been artificial because they've done it with youth through great transfers. They haven't spent that much money.
They're not doing RB Leipzig and just take it on the model.
They're going out. Bayern are going out.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's done.
Big up
it has to be done.
Chukwueze,
This is
man.
it. Last chuck of the dice.
It has to be done.
Throwing the ball forward.
Bayern.
Something has to happen right now.
They're looking for a pen.
No,
They won't
it's
get it.
done. It's done.
Just smash it, mate.
Play him.
Smash it.
Play him.
Down the line.
That's it.
Ref, I'm not being funny, but the time is up.
Here we go. He's got to blow, surely.
Ref, come on. Come on, ref.
He's given the extra minute.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Full
Look at
time.
those things.
Well done, Villarreal.
Wow.
That is a story.
Imagine I said 4-1 to Bayern Munich. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the disrespect.
This is the thing, you just assume that they will get it done because they should. Like Nagelsmann's in big trouble now. Like he's got to go and explain that.
Nagelsmann is in real trouble.
He is in real trouble. Bayern massively underperforming and Villarreal just punch above their weight every time. Quality.
Okay, well, let's take, just before Chelsea and Real Madrid get back underway, let's take a check on the bingo, shall we? It's an important thing to go on.
Bale's warming up.
Yeah, lots going on. Dean, I mean, we haven't had the beautiful Parejo pass ticked off, which does make me sad.
Well, I've ticked it off on mine. So
we'll make sure that gets done. We might still see the Maysie-Rudiger run. We might still see Mendy replace a pass. Might still see Benzema doing bits. We didn't see Davis outpace anyone, really.
No, the Casemiro yellow card can't happen. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure who's going to win this. I don't think we're going to get a winner, to be honest, in this. It's down to Chelsea to get a Maysie-Rudiger run and a Mendy misplaced pass. That's the only way we're getting a full line.
It's the only way we get a line.
Yeah, it's the only way we're going to get this now.
Yeah.
But it's kept things interesting. It's given us something to look at in the background.
Yeah. It's been not, I wouldn't say a roaring success.
What, the
its
bingo?
First outing, but ultimately
yeah, it's the first time bingo's ever been played.
I'm just going to, obviously we're about to kick off again, but I do want to just go back to Villarreal because I'm just well proud of them.
While you do that, I'm going to go toilet.
Munich look genuinely shocked.
They look shocked.
Shell-shocked. Okay, dude. See you in a bit. This is the first time we've ever had extra time on the LiveScore watch-along. We've got people just walking out.
First extra time, first broken couch.
Broken couches.
First tears.
Yeah, tears.
First walkout.
Walkout. We've never had a walkout before. We are underway.
First collapse if I don't get some
We
water.
should have done a bingo.
We've had the
with
first
that.
double colour confusion of watching two screens at once, where we genuinely thought that Villarreal had scored at one point.
Did you think that as well?
It turned out it was Chelsea.
Why is he celebrating?
So it's been eventful if nothing else.
Oh, we're back on. Jeez.
Well, yeah, there's no rest for the wicked in injury time. Dean's gonna miss a goal. He'll be gutted. Be absolutely gutted.
I feel bad for the Bayern players because it doesn't make sense.
This honestly, this formation is bizarre. He's been doing this for basically since Davis got injured. He basically decided to just move out of a back four, play three, and like like Tuchel plays wing backs. They are wing backs. Nagelsmann just plays wingers, and he doesn't ask them to track. He just plays them as wingers, and it's like
what's his intention behind that? Do you think?
Well, I think he's basically trying to suffocate teams in their own half.
Okay.
So that, like, there's no way out.
But
it leaves them incredibly exposed against teams who like countering. And you play against. Look, we see that right at the end, right? It's just.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You are going to extra time against a team who are inferior to you. Why are you leaving gaps?
Yeah, maybe they're just trying to kill the game off.
That's no disrespect to Villarreal. Villarreal are a wonderful team, but they are not man for man as good as Bayern Munich.
And can we also remember that Villarreal have made this through the Europa League? This is some journey they've been on.
Yeah.
They've punched their ticket by winning the Europa League, and now look at them.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's
I'm excited to come back.
that's
glad to
good.
have you. Thanks for that.
Did you speak to the hydration technicians?
I was going to say, you
while
could have bought some water while you're
Yeah.
We know you're hydrated.
I thought you had one now.
Some of us are dying.
I believe the water is coming.
Yeah.
For everybody. So
Yeah, I do
good.
think you've got one on the way.
I'll have a bad feeling.
There is a mosquito that's decided to join us as well. So if anyone catches that, that's a point on the bingo cards.
I am not catching that.
I'm from Australia. That's what I don't worry. My bare
Yeah,
hands.
Bugsy or
Crocodile Dundee style.
Yeah, exactly. Just pick it out.
That's the
Neats,
only
how's the
reason why I
heart?
won't go Australia.
Don't trust me.
That's
I've
the
seen some
only reason.
spiders bigger than your head. It's scary, man. It's a scary place. Why do you think I'm here? For football.
He's like, that's terrifying. Not saying there. Neats, how's the old heart? You okay?
Yeah, I'm just resting my heart, looking after my health. You know, my physical and mental health right now.
Yeah.
In Zen mode.
Where would you normally be watching this game, Neats, if you weren't with us?
With my dad.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what he's
does
going
he break
through.
couches when you score, or what's his goal?
Oh, my dad's
technique?
broken so many bits of furniture in our house. So many bits.
They've got loaf on
Anger, happiness. Like, I know in the Champions League final, I didn't watch it with my dad, but when I came home, our centerpiece.
It was like that scene in Harry Potter where everything is just smashed
Everything's just
up.
smashed. I'm just like, God, Dad. But I couldn't blame him. Him and his mates just smashed up the place.
His mates smashed the place up.
My mum just went to bed.
Yeah, it's like having absolutely none of this.
Yeah. It's like, grow up.
It must be weird to be like a partner of someone who loves football.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah.
I often think that, like, I've got a mate who's a massive Man City fan all his life, and he has to go home and away, and I just must think she's no interest in it. I must be so. She's like, why do you care this much? Like, how has this affected your mood so much?
Yeah. That's it. It's the moods afterwards, isn't it? It's not necessarily the 90 minutes or the 100, an hour and a half, or even the day if you're going home and away. Obviously, it is that next bit. It's the like, how bad a mood are you in for a couple of days? And the answer can range. Like, obviously, there are real dark days in the midst of this.
When Australia lost to Italy in the last seconds of the round of 16 2006 World Cup, it was my brother's birthday the next day. We had a favourite Italian restaurant, and I refused to go because I'm not supporting the Italians. and my mum was just like, "There's something wrong with you."
Do you know what I hear?
I didn't go.
In the Euros final, like up to the lead up, we didn't have pasta, we didn't have pizza, we didn't have nothing to do with Italy, nothing at all.
There you are, Real Albion man of the match twice in a row. I enjoyed that final immensely. It was great. The Euros final. I'd had Dean yapping in my ear all tournament long.
Jack thinks he's Irish.
I'd had Dean yapping in my ear all tournament long.
I can see the confusion in your
how they
eyes.
were going to win it. Collins?
Yeah. Jack was born in England, raised in England, works in England,
But he's Irish.
Yeah,
What's happening here? Thank you.
You're getting
What's
some
happening
finally
here?
the hydration.
Oh, come on!
Oh, Modric has kicked
They
him in
need
the
to
stomach.
protect players. They've got to protect players. Why is he shirtless?
There's a
I think it's thrown it in the crowd.
The hydration technicians have come through. We got so much. Thank you, hydration technician.
Who's this guy?
That's '𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲, and he is giving
ecstatic.
he's given the happiest looking interview in the wake of the Villarreal Bayern game.
It's got a bit of Jim Carrey to him.
Let's just take a quick look at that game and the XG timeline. Bayern are going to be absolutely fuming. That is smash and grab as they come.
Really?
But if you leave yourself exposed to a team that
I mean, that would have been Villarreal's plan, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, you keep yourself within the tie, and then you try and break against the Bayern team that doesn't play any fullbacks. It's quite a sensible strategy in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, it turned out to be a great chat earlier about how Italy lost that game like in a similar fashion, didn't it? Oh, Benzema! He scored!
Goal.
Oh dear, Benzema again.
And he is having a heart attack and a coughing fit.
I
Is
mean,
that
he is the
Benzema
curse
doing
of
bits?
He
Chelsea.
started choking before the assist.
Yeah, I mean, it's Benzema doing
I
bits.
saw the space.
It's for
The
sure.
second I saw the space, I knew that a goal was coming. The space was too much.
Benzema's a
Wow.
killer.
They left him way too much space. Way too much.
Is that Benzema bits?
Yeah, I've
I
crossed it
don't think
off.
so, you know.
I
But
think
you
it
know
counts.
what? We can
An
let it
extra
slide.
time
We
goal
can let
like
it
that is
slide.
count.
Oh dear.
But look in the build-up. You can
Camavinga
see the
at the start.
space.
Camavinga's won it back.
Camavinga, really.
Chelsea
The
wouldn't
space
expect
is
to lose
way
it there.
too much for Vinicius. Look,
Look at
Benzema.
that.
keeps
Is it
the space.
Vinicius? Is it
Oh,
Vinicius?
Rudiger
Rudiger
slips.
slips.
Rudiger slips.
Of all the
That's where
players
it
to
comes
slip.
Vinicius and Benzema though again
Oh, he
linking up.
slipped. Look, he's an assassin, man.
from. Oh.
Nothing you can do there, guys. Was that Vinicius?
Mhm.
This, honestly, this pair,
Oh,
you're right.
man.
They're killers.
They are. They're
Oh,
just.
you see how I was
they're
upset?
just so good.
It's hard to take that.
That's
But-
a brutal.
I'm
brutal.
still-
But Madrid, you know, they're a machine, aren't they? Like this is what
Yeah.
they are a machine when it
This
comes
is
to this
what they do on
competition. This is what they
Champions
do,
League nights.
and
Sadly,
in a way you can't knock it.
it's
Benzema on his way to that Ballon d'Or again, by the way.
More water?
No, I'm okay.
no. She needs something stronger.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Hydration.
Hydration technician, please. Needs. I mean, it feels like the air's been sucked out of the room.
Yeah, but there's still ages left.
There is.
There's
The good
literally
news is
ages.
it's not golden goal.
No.
Which, to be fair, needs to be brought back by someone.
Oh,
Like the greatest
someday.
rule in football.
Yeah, two World Cup, man.
Or silver goal, which was quietly underrated. What rule silver goal
That
was?
was ridiculous.
If you got to half time in extra time, you just went through. Like, what?
But I appreciate. I think there's people couldn't be asked to carry on watching.
What a bizarre rule.
It
You
was
still
just
occasionally get it on FIFA.
Yeah.
You're like, sick, let's play
Oh,
golden
really? It's an
goal.
option?
Yeah.
I think it was just a group of tired dads that just wanted to start going home earlier from football and getting some sleep.
Yeah.
Let's take a bingo update, Dean. Should we have a little look here?
Yeah, we
let's-
can do.
We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay,
7. We are a Maisie Rudiger run away from having a vertical line.
Yes, true.
Let's go cut for something then.
True.
Oh, Davey's outpacing someone. We'll get us across.
Yeah, but that's finished.
He's finished.
Why? What happened?
Because that game's over.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's been an eventful night, guys. It's been an eventful night. I think we can all agree a lot's happened. I'm still working out the rules.
Yeah.
You know that Kante was on the pitch?
Yeah. In that game as well, yeah.
He'll be outpacing
He was
people on
playing
his
in
way
yellow.
home.
We thought he was playing for Villarreal.
That's why I got it wrong. I was looking for guillotine.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That is actually, to be honest, like genuinely watching Rudiger fall there is a little bit heart wrenching.
Is that the first Chelsea player to slip since John Terry in the other Champions League?
Wow, he had to do it, didn't he? He had to do it.
Had to go there.
Good one, though.
So Madrid have scored 5 goals and Benzema scored 4 of them.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what's the record for amount of goals in one Champions League season? Like, as in one campaign.
yeah, we can look that up. I don't know.
He's got to be close now.
Wait, he's on 12. No, he's on 12.
Is Benzema on a hat
Lewandowski's
trick?
on 13.
Am I imagining things?
Benzema's on 1.
On one.
Yeah. The other one was Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
After that,
Are we doing
delicious.
3-4-3?
They are going 3-4-3. Also, I didn't like that Hakim Ziyech hop onto the pitch. He looked like he's injured already.
I think that's
terrifying.
I think that's what he does. I think
Yeah.
that's his like little, ritual.
Cristiano Ronaldo
Ronaldo.
scored 17
Yeah.
in the 2014-15 season.
Oh,
13-14
wow.
season.
What a guy.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Of course it's Ronaldo.
Yeah, of course it is.
What
all-
a guy.
And of course it's a Real Madrid player.
We're
In
not
there to-
closing them down enough. Oh,
That game.
goodness me.
Atletico.
Oh, it's still, I mean, I don't know which one was worse.
You talk about affecting your mood.
Look, close him down, close him down, don't be scared.
Oh, I felt like this. I often feel like this watching Napoli.
Yeah.
Napoli's propensity to heartbreak.
That Fiorentina game. I
love Fiorentina, and yet
Yeah.
I've never been more upset with a win.
Yeah. Honestly, what?
They
Who's
are
over for
funny.
Napoli?
Nah, not yet. I think all of the teams in the Serie A title race have a.
But not Juve, surely.
No. They all have a slip up in them.
I
is
know,
what I was
but
going to
you
say.
know Juve are
Only 4 points behind Napoli. Yeah, I think it's too far, especially because it's head to heads.
Yeah, but I mean,
And the head to heads aren't great with
I'm not
either
talking about
Inter.
Napoli. I can see Juve somehow winning this bloody league.
No, because their head to head against Inter is desperate.
Okay, and how many points are they behind Inter? 5.
If Inter win their game, there will be 7. Their game land.
True.
So that might be okay. I think you're just too far behind. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me anything that they do at this point.
How many subs?
Oh, hang on. One in.
We've made 2 subs.
Who's the midfield pairing now?
It's Jorginho's off. Jorginho's not playing.
Jorginho's not playing.
So it's Kovacic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Loftus-Cheek's
He's still on the pitch.
I'm
Still on the
surprised.
pitch after 100 minutes.
Well, I mean, he has, to be fair to him, been good.
Yeah,
Like,
Madrid have made 4 subs, you've made 2.
Yeah.
So-
Who's left on the Chelsea bench?
What, they can make a difference?
Yes.
Lukaku.
Sal Niguez.
Sal Niguez, that could make a difference, Dean.
Look, Saul
Why did you buy him?
Saul hates Real Madrid.
There isn't anyone else.
You buy some random players.
Saul hates Real Madrid.
Yeah, he hates Real Madrid.
Yeah, but it's still like, you can hate...
𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗏, where does he play?
Yeah, who
He
is Harvey Vale?
plays
He's
everywhere.
a youngster.
He's number
He's a youngster.
68.
He's a youngster. He can
It's
play
good
any
knowledge,
position.
that.
He's so versatile. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, put him anywhere.
But you'd want him in the forward line.
You'd
here,
want him.
surely.
You want him at
Don't want him in
forward.
goals.
No, you don't want him in there, and
I
you
mean-
definitely don't want him at centre back. Apart from that, no.
Any attacking position.
Anywhere else, you stick it. You can play wing back or anywhere further forward.
Close
Oh,
down.
what a touch.
Oh, get
What a
Modric
touch.
off the...
It's absolutely bizarre.
Yeah, it's really odd.
It's really odd. I've never seen anything quite like it. He was just like a really streamlined winger, and then they were just like, right, you at the back, please.
Do you know who I love? I love Hakim Ziyech because he got that yellow card and he did not give a heck. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, he looked at the ref like, all right.
I just love how skinny he is, and he still commands so much like authority on the pitch, and he's stick thin.
Talking about authority on the pitch, Karim Benzema has been everywhere tonight, and that's his touch map.
Wow.
It's really quite something, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
And I mean, but also look how far back he's been at points. It's probably testament to just how good Chelsea have been for large majority of this game.
Yeah, but look, I know we've said you shouldn't have been sleeping on him for a while, but this season in particular, look at that heat map. He is playing out of his skin, isn't he? He hasn't been this good, has he? Like,
it's I saw an interesting question posed the other day on social media that was, is this the latest we've ever seen a player hit their actual peak? Like, this
We're
is
falling apart here.
You are falling apart.
Falling apart.
You need to get to half time. But there is that. Have we ever seen a player hit their peak later than this? Apart from maybe a keeper. Like, aside from a keeper, 34 years old and actually reaching what has been the most impressive season of your career.
Yeah.
And consistently since sort of 32 as well, stepping up a gear and like moving into those last bits. I think it's remarkable.
It is, but I don't know he's necessarily stepped up that much. He's always been great. He's just been overshadowed by like the fact that we've been watching Ronaldo and Messi and all these other guys. Like, he's been in their shadow for 10 years, and like now finally like they are waning, and so like he can still play at that same level.
He's pretty much
for
the
a
same
year.
age as Lionel Messi. Like, worth pointing that out, right? They're similar ages. I think he might be a year older, in fact.
Yeah.
So, but it's just to see that kind of continual. I mean, one, that's obviously ethic, and also you just keep yourself in shape and keep yourself in the fitness and form of your life. But equally to all of those things, it's rare. Oh,
Nah.
It's your chance, Neats. Great time to score.
Handball.
Little corner for Chelsea. Probably the last action of the first half of.
Massive
extra
chance.
time.
It'll be another Rudiger header.
Kai Havertz has won the headers from the last 3 Chelsea corners.
I can't get over that Chukwueze goal.
Havertz is
such a good
good in the air.
So
Take your
clever.
time. Take your time.
Havertz has won
He won
headers
that
from the
one
last
too.
4 Chelsea corners.
Yeah.
They're still out there.
Oh yeah, you would be as well. You wouldn't be going anywhere, would you?
Oh my God, those fans, those Villarreal fans are like, look, the players are like basically naked now. They're taking off their shorts, all sorts, just giving it all away.
Well, they can't even get it because the fans are so high up. You're like, oh, can't even throw the shirts.
Yeah, who are they giving it to?
It's having a party. There's going to be some party in very small bits of Munich tonight. Anyway, we'll open the doors for this like bunch of yellow-shirted Villarreal fans.
Yeah.
It's going to make a lot of money, would be how I would put it.
Oh my days.
Pulisic.
Pulisic.
Oh, it's half a shot that.
If Pulisic had gone down though.
But yeah, Pulisic.
Rudiger's basically up playing up front from here on.
Chelsea have abandoned. It's like abandoned hope. Or
what are we
you
playing?
enter
I don't
here.
know. Just get up there.
But the thing is, that's going to be a detriment because they've broken us so many times.
The thing is that it doesn't hugely matter. There's 15 minutes left. You chuck kind of
chuck
caution to the
everything
wind,
out.
don't you? I suppose. Unless you're bringing I don't think he's going to bring Harvey Vale on. And Thomas Tuchel does not strike me as that manager. I think he might bring Saul on.
Nah. There were times where Thomas Tuchel was bringing on Saul and everyone was asking him what for. Like, why are you bringing him on when we're losing?
Well, but people might just be like, everyone, your midfield duo must be so tired. Like,
It's
when was the last?
He's bringing up the ball.
When was the last time that Ruben Loftus-Cheek played 90 minutes?
Look at him bringing up the ball.
Is this basketball?
Look, here we go. Look, he's got a
I
plan.
love Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas
I
Tuchel,
love him.
15 minutes left. Change of plan,
Look
lads.
at this. Have you seen a Chelsea manager do this before?
Have you seen this ever happen in football?
Yeah, a couple of times. You see the whiteboard sometimes, but this is
on the pitch.
Yeah,
Like-
I think Emery did this in the Europa League final at half time in extra time.
But this is what I love. Like, it's pure coaching. Like, he can see
Pure.
something here. He can see. It's like, if you execute this plan, we can win this game.
Do you know what? Like, I've never seen Chelsea, a group of Chelsea players huddle up like this.
Marcus Alonso's like, I'm not being part of
Like-
this. I don't have a tactical plan.
Do you remember the Europa League build-up? So like the semi-final and then the final when Chelsea were going to the final.
Yeah, when you played in Baku.
Yeah, right? Even after extra time, I think it was the semi-final. We went to extra time at one point with Sarri. No, Carabao Cup final. We went to extra time with Sarri. All the players were just scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't huddling around. They weren't doing nothing. They weren't even talking to each other, you know? And seeing this right now is just really beautiful to see. Like, we've come a long way as a squad to kind of be as one.
Yeah. Well, there is definitely a togetherness about it. And I think especially like when you consider all the off-field stuff that's going on right now, like the ownership, Abramovich, it is a little bit like us against the world. And I think that at times like this, it kind of helps you. And like that's what he said. It's like, this is your trophy. You've got 15 minutes to defend it. Like, just give it absolutely everything. If you concede another goal, you concede another goal.
Yeah.
But you've got to try and salvage this because everything depends on it. I mean, Premier League, not much to play for, is there? Like, sorry, does that shock you? Need spitting out a drink at the sight of 𝗟𝗏.
It's 𝗟𝗏 Loftus-Cheek. It's 100% the right move as well.
Oh, God.
Here he comes.
This man has scored on this ground before. I guarantee you that Ruben Loftus-Cheek has not.
Okay, do you know what? Okay.
How old is he?
I think he was 29 when he signed, so I think he'd be 29, 30.
I always get him mixed up. Him and Koke were in the squad at the same time.
Yeah, they were very much similar as well. So
Right.
for a long time, they were the midfield partnership.
Yeah.
Who was the third one? Started with G.
Gabby.
Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby was the old captain.
And who was the hardcore fan of Atletico?
Gabby.
Gabby, okay.
Yeah.
And where's Koke these days?
Koke's still there. He's the athletic captain.
Okay, there we go.
He's still there.
All right, cool.
That's the
So,
midfielder I actually.
Also, his full name is Koke Resurrección, which I love.
Oh,
It's just like, what a great name.
Well, yeah.
It makes me happy.
Spanish is
It never
very
ever
proud.
comes up unless something goes like, because you read, everyone just calls him Koke.
Go down. No.
And then you see it sometimes they come up and you're like, oh yeah. It's like when
Straight on and
Casemiro
diving.
scores and you're watching La Liga, it always comes up saying Carlos Casemiro. And I
When
was
you
like,
said it earlier, I was like, oh,
Can you
that
imagine
is
a red
Yeah,
card
yeah.
VAR
Yeah,
check?
I've never ever seen it outside of La Liga. They just come up with Carlos
Yeah,
Casemiro.
it just kicks
You're
it
like,
as
okay.
well.
It sounds
I mean, Carvajal's struggling.
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
a great
Oh, this
name.
could be a
Come
great
on,
name.
get up. You tough, right?
Do you reckon he's going to do a pun?
I think he was saying, do you reckon he's going to do a horse noise?
Yeah, probably. He was like,
Well, sum it up.
that's
He
how
looks like he's been in
Nay.
tears, Muller.
There you go.
We call them Villarreal 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲
Thomas Müller giving a serious interview is always quite funny to watch because you know that deep down he still wants to make a joke.
Yeah.
But he was like, that won't go down well today. If
He
I
looks
make
like
a
an
joke."
angry principal.
He does. He is not a happy man, Thomas Müller.
He's angry. Anyway, back to the action.
There you go then.
Hands in the air again.
Ridiculous header, that was massive.
Rudiger is just on one.
Yeah, he's on.
He
he's
really
man
is,
on a
yeah.
mission.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
Ooh.
It's fine. Courtois loves to play.
Would you have bowed Courtois if you were in the ground?
Would I what?
Booed him.
They booed him last week.
100%.
Really? How come?
100%. Because the way he left the club.
How did he leave? I didn't think it was that. I didn't realize it was.
He stopped going to training, and he said he's
Really?
not coming back to training until they do the move to Real
So
Madrid.
he forced the move.
He forced the move.
If you were after a player and they did that to get to Chelsea, would you be happy with them?
Like, come on, no.
Did Van Dijk do that to go to Liverpool?
He did that to go to Liverpool, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if
If you were after Virgil van Dijk and he did that, you'd be like,
I
oh,
wouldn't
jokes.
mind, you know.
But I didn't realize that. So you guys wanted to keep him.
And he said that he was going to stay. That's the sad thing about it.
I was wondering when they were booing. I was like, I didn't realize that was that bad.
It's really bad.
Okay, and so then you got Kepa in.
Yeah, and we had to get Kepa in.
And
Otherwise,
how much did you pay? How much did you get for Courtois?
Oh, Courtois. Ooh. Courtois was our player. He was our player. So.
What do you mean?
He was already our player. So when we
No, how much you sell him for?
How much did we sell him for?
35, I think.
Yeah.
Around that.
Really and truly, we could have sold him for way more.
Yeah, but basically, he was out of contract the year after, wasn't he? So it was a do or die.
Bilbao really made a joke of you a lot with that kid, so.
I think the funny thing was that they were just like, this is a player that obviously, you know, considering that Athletic have a heavy restriction on where they can bring players in from.
Yeah.
And you get a good one, they're basically like, here you go, here's a ridiculous release clause on them, and we won't sell them for any less than that. It's a bit like Dortmund. Dortmund always set prices on players, and they're like, if you pay the price, we'll sell him, and if you don't, we won't. Like it's just how we operate.
That's true.
And
I feel like you've done well. They've followed up with
you know Simon, who's Spain #1 now. So there's that to kind of consider, but you know, obviously, I think what they can do is they can just sort of they hold those ridiculous. Obviously, every kind of release clause is overpriced, right? Because you have to. That's how things work.
Yeah.
But I think Chelsea was so desperate to get a keeper in, and it was really odd. Kepa had a great season, but even in the good season, he had the flaws that became very preeminent at Chelsea. I mean, it's interesting to watch him. He's still very young. It's interesting to watch him grow up, because I think that, you know, you're talking about Kepa now, and you see a very different personality and character to that which joins Chelsea.
Yeah.
He seems to be far more. He's kind of taken the kind of bad boy enforcer role, which was hard before because he looked like a petrified schoolchild. But now he's sort of grown into that a little bit, and he's filled out a little bit more.
Yeah.
He kind of has just taken a slightly different role in the side, which I always find quite interesting.
I mean, he did take the role of the manager in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, he was Chelsea manager for a bit.
He was the manager.
When Sarri left, I'm pretty sure he was manager for a couple of days.
You know what? I think. Is it fair to say that maybe taking away the away goals rule has actually benefited the competition? Because we wouldn't have had this. I was critical at first, but if you think about it, right?
It was 3-1.
We would have. We still would have. We still would have.
No, what I'm trying to say though, it's never felt like the ties has been dead because away goals aren't affecting it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
In the old days, the only way you could go to extra time was it had to be the same score. But now all it has to be is the same difference.
Switch play.
Oh, is it?
What's interesting, I think, is
play, bro.
Like at first, I thought it was a bad move, and there have been certain games where you can.
Rudiger, don't slip again.
He's done well there.
Look, recovery.
We watched the Real Madrid
Rudiger,
PSG game.
stay calm. Stay calm.
And Real Madrid just didn't attack. They literally just went to PSG to play for a 0-0 draw because they knew that an away goal didn't actually matter that much. But I think in the second legs, it's probably benefited games.
That's right. It's the second legs where it's benefited.
The overlap didn't work. It didn't work.
Like you could say, people will say the Atleti Man City game, but I think Atleti would have played like that no matter what it was.
Oh, Atleti play like that wherever they go.
See what they do.
I'm quite intrigued by them.
Oh, he's your fresh boy.
Here he is.
Look at him.
Oh, he's
like Tintin.
He looks livid.
Oh yeah, he's going to be not a happy man. Mostly because his job is under real, genuine threat. This is Julian Nagelsmann on the interview after the Bayern versus Villarreal game, where Bayern had been knocked out, and he is 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃, would be the word I can use. I can't hear him, but I can see him, and he is one unhappy boy.
Yeah. Almost as unhappy as Neitz.
Speaking of unhappy Germans, here's Thomas Tuchel.
Neitz, is this how do you view this season? Like, if you come third in the league and you go out in the quarter-final of the Champions League, it's all about the FA Cup now.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this.
Crystal Palace take an absolute tanking on the weekend if you lose this game.
They're going to batter them.
Or does the 120 minutes that you've played in the Bernabeu on a Tuesday night
This is going to impact us massively. 120
Crystal Palace
minutes.
are a very good side.
Yeah, but luckily Conor Gallagher is not going to be playing, and I feel like Conor Gallagher, he's so important to that side.
Did you see that they asked for it?
I laughed. I was like, "There's no way we're going to let him play. Absolutely no way." But
especially after Courtois played in that game when he was on loan to Atleti, right?
Oh, did he?
Basically, when Courtois was on loan from Chelsea, there's no rule like this in Europe. So players can just play against you on loan. Patrick Roberts famously played against City for Celtic in the Champions League as well. I'm pretty sure he scored.
It's a very awkward thing, isn't it? Yeah.
We really pushed for Courtois not to play that match. We pushed for it. I think it was Jose Mourinho in charge at that time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pushed for it so hard, but didn't work out. We lost the match.
Yeah.
Figures.
Intrigued. Wonder who Conor Gallagher wants to win.
Camavinga.
Conor is a Chelsea man.
You know, fun fact about, well, not really a fun fact about Camavinga.
A fact.
Is that not a foul?
When he was a kid, got caught in a burning building, or his family home burnt, and he had to be thrown out of a window.
Do you know what?
That's definitely not a fun fact.
It's not a fun fact, Eddie.
Thomas Tuchel.
Once again, guys,
and
I bring the facts.
did Aspilicueta just get a card? Thomas
he
Tuchel
playing?
and Aspilicueta just got a yellow card.
Yeah.
They're all
Tactics
livid.
board.
Even Timo Werner is literally kicking things on the floor.
Off.
It's definitely a Chelsea throw on.
It's
Oh,
100% a Chelsea throw.
Who's that?
okay,
Oh, it's for the Chelsea, yeah.
Should we have a little look at the match momentum for this chart?
Yeah,
it has swung this quite drastically at points.
Yeah.
Look at Tuchel on the
So what are we
touchline.
talking here on the side here? What's the side?
It's just the kind of final passes into thirds and the way that the ball has progressed through the game in terms of
90 minutes,
steady.
yeah.
Yeah, like Chelsea just
Here we
having to
go.
go for it.
Nah.
Oh,
This is the thing. It doesn't feel like Chelsea are scoring right now.
It
Even when
doesn't
they get
feel
into those
like it.
positions, like it doesn't feel like it did at the end of normal time.
Yeah. I don't feel
like,
like it at all.
the energy's just been sapped out of them. But doesn't mean it won't happen. Like
it doesn't mean
It's gonna take for Real Madrid to switch.
it's going to take a Rudiger belter.
all that.
It's either going to be really scrappy or really good. It's not going to be just a header from a corner, is it?
Yeah, I mean Kai Havertz could come up with something here.
I'm honestly hoping for a set piece. Real Madrid have been really careful.
Number 19.
It is number 9.
Yeah, I mean
Who's
Madrid.
coming off? Vinicius Junior's coming off.
Madrid have managed this pretty well.
They
like,
have.
They didn't play well for a long spell, but since they've got back in it,
Yeah.
they've got their heads set.
And I keep saying, if anyone's really good at
Jeez,
is the referee about to fight Vinicius?
What's Marcelo doing?
What's happening?
Well, Vinicius is on a card, and he was literally like just trying to have a little back chat with the ref, and Marcelo was like, "We're going to need you."
Right.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Or at least get substituted off first.
Bloody hell, a wild Danny Ceballos appears.
Oh,
I haven't seen a Danny Ceballos in a long time.
long time.
That is quite something. I don't think I'd ever see him in a Real Madrid shirt again.
Still got the same trim as well.
He's 28?
Was he at Arsenal?
He was at Arsenal
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Okay.
He signed for Real Madrid from Real Betis. And then he went to Arsenal, and then he came back, and basically they spent the whole summer trying to offload him, and no one bit. Good player.
Yeah.
Like Danny Ceballos a lot. Hope he gets a move away.
God, this match is giving me a headache.
Yeah. I have to say, like, you remember Kroos, how angry he was when he got subbed for Camavinga? Camavinga's been awesome.
Yeah, Camavinga's been absolutely
bringing
excellent.
Camavinga off the bench is a cheat code.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
an absolute. He's just a burst of energy, and you want that.
yeah,
How has Marcus Alonso got a corner out of that? Fair play to him.
but yeah, a lot of people wanted Camavinga, and this is why. Like,
He
ridiculous
is,
player.
He keeps going. He's an engine. He keeps going.
Chelsea corner swung.
That's the first corner that Kai Havertz hasn't got his head on.
Well, it didn't seem very convincing, the cross, did it? Like,
Who you
That was
switched
clever. That was
to?
really clever. That was really clever.
No.
Nice isn't even getting excited.
The
about
one
those
player
moments.
I don't want that to fall to is Jorginho.
Do you know what it is?
You've got a feeling.
It's just one of those ones where it's not even like it's a feeling. I know the situations where Chelsea can score. Like I really take a look at positioning. Do you see when Vinicius Junior had the ball and you saw me? I'm like, yeah, it's done. And then Benzema scores. It's positioning. It's all positioning.
Yeah.
This could be it.
That was a decent chance.
That was
for
a
Kai.
chance.
That was a really good chance, and he knows
And he
it.
should have buried
Head in
that.
his hands. Like, that is the combination you wanted, Reece James into Kai Havertz.
But that's the thing. You move Reece James as onto a wing back position.
That's an
These
amazing
combos are going to be
chance.
firing.
It's still a hard header, but for Kai Havertz, like,
It's it's annoyingly quite a decent effort.
Really.
Come on, Mace.
they're still believing.
They are.
I think that gives them
We
some more
still
belief. The fact that you've actually
believe.
carved open a decent chance there
Yeah.
definitely has to give them belief. Like, there's 3 or 4 minutes left
Yeah,
in
you'd
this
imagine there'll
game.
be 1 minute of injury time. There's been 2 subs.
I feel
You'll
like
get one more chance, maybe.
Ref. Blow the whistle.
It's always interesting watching a game though with someone that actually supports them and watches them every week, and then you see, because you can tell like when you get excited, when you don't.
We know
like,
what, innit?
Yeah, like for us, like any time against the last day, I'm like, oh, this could be it, and you're like,
nah.
I know my team. You know your team. Yeah,
seen it before.
Seen this all before.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
It's okay.
That is terrible.
Honestly, I mean,
It's dreadful.
I wish I could hear it right now to know who was making the noise. Like it is the Bernabeu noisy right now.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably just quite tense, isn't it?
I don't know. They were all jumping around.
No, I feel like they're pretty confident at this point. Because even if Chelsea score, they've got the security of penalties.
Do you know what I'm not hearing? Why is Marcus Alonso that far back? If anyone should be further up,
Yeah.
Corner.
If anyone should be further up, it should be. Yeah, well, I don't know why Marcus Alonso is that far back.
Maybe they've tilted slightly just to allow James a little bit more freedom down that
But
side.
if they get on a counter, Marcus ain't catching no one.
Yeah, but if you want those cannons coming in from Reece James, and you need to.
There comes Mendy.
Mendy, get back into the goal,
What are you doing?
bro.
There's 3 minutes left.
Mendy, get back into the.
Get up there.
Mendy, he's not even fast.
No.
Mendy.
Oh, see. Oh, there's a chance. Oh. Skewed it.
How did you skew that?
Of all the people for that to fall to, I mean, Mendy.
That's twice his fallen.
Mendy
just literally got in the way.
𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗃𝗲, by
I
the
love
way.
it when keepers do that. And
That was brilliant by Jorginho.
Jorginho should have.
No, but you know what? That's having a very fast pace. Like he's
It's not a terrible effort either.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Just to stop the ball though.
It's frustrating.
It's all boiling over. Benzema's doing Benzema things. He's
Thiago,
killing the
look at
game.
Thiago Silva.
No, he says no, he's not.
No, now he's got to go off because the medic's on.
He's like, no, don't
How
come.
it works.
Yeah, if a medic comes on, you got to go
have
off
to
the
come
pitch.
off.
I'm just pretending. It's all going off. You got to try and keep your heads in.
This is
these
why you bring
moments.
Marcelo on, man. Look at Marcelo delegating, man, telling everyone keep your head. We got.
There's enough experience in this Real Madrid side that they should be able to keep their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually has done something. You can see it.
Yeah,
Benzema's pulled up.
he'll want to see this game out though. It's Benzema.
Yeah,
he's
he want to
actually
see
done.
it out.
There you go. How much injury time then do they go? 2?
Yeah, no more than 2, is it?
I've never seen more than 2 given at the end of in extra time. This is
2.
3.
3 minutes to
It
save
says 2
your
on it.
campaign.
He pulled up a board saying 3, so I'm gonna go with him.
They posted the.
They posted the chair break. I'm just watching it.
What?
They posted the chair break. Just giving it a watch.
Neeks is watching herself go viral.
Modric is just, you can't lose that. You cannot lose that tackle if you are Marcos Alonso.
That's why Marcos Alonso shouldn't be that far back. It's done now.
Silly. So it's all Modric.
It's happier times.
Definitely.
They were great times back in the day when Neeks got the chair.
Yeah, happier times.
All for no reason.
The salad days.
Yeah. Shout out to your
Like,
grandkids.
Pulisic, you didn't need to make the challenge, bro.
Yeah, it all came about though because Marcos Alonso loses a 50-50 to Modric, which he has no right to lose.
This is why you don't leave him last man. You never leave Marcos Alonso last man. All right, there's still half a chance, you know, a couple minutes.
2 minutes.
Mm.
Nah, that's good.
Hold the
Good
ball,
though.
like, chill out a bit.
Mm.
I feel like
Look at Rudiger
Look at
go.
the way
Look at
that
Rudiger.
counts as a
He
Rudiger
runs-
run.
He runs.
Yeah, that's true.
That counts as a Rudiger
He
run.
runs so upright. It
I'm
really
crossing
makes me
Rudiger
laugh
off.
every time.
We're getting
Yeah,
desperate.
'cause
Rudiger's
that
gone.
does count as a Rudiger run.
Got it.
Do you know what he?
We got a line. We got a straight line now.
We've got a straight line with amazing Rudiger run.
Yeah, it wasn't amazing, but it was a run.
Oh.
He was storming forward like Forrest Gump.
What a waste! What a waste! Oh.
1 minute or so.
It's been a good run.
It's been a good go.
I feel like
Gave it a good go tonight, Neeks.
Like you were 3-1 down going into Real Madrid. Like you
Yeah.
didn't think you would really do it.
I didn't.
You said, I'm going to say I believe, but I'm not sure I really do. And you almost did it.
Almost, but
Almost
you
did
know,
it.
it's that's what kills you, isn't it? It's
the hope that kills
yeah.
It is, but like
you start
part of
believing,
football.
and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's taken away from you.
yeah. But that's what makes the wins all the better because you remember how painful it is, right?
Crushing the losses.
Yeah.
I feel like
Here's a guy.
this is Maybe it's my bias, but this is probably one of the best games of this season. Well,
It's been a great game.
It's been an end-to-end
Really
great
been a
game.
good game.
There you go.
And Chelsea have given it everything.
Yeah, I mean, you've scored 4 goals against Madrid.
Go back to him. What are you doing? You have to go back to him.
What are you doing?
Chancing it.
Oh, you idiot.
Little idiot.
What are they doing?
That was genuinely dreadful.
Oh my gosh, what are they? They finally got it back to him.
Listen, this is it. This is it. It's done.
Yeah, that is.
And I'm okay with it. Nah, I'm okay
seconds.
with it.
9 seconds.
I'm okay with it.
No, here we go.
Here it goes.
Get this
I'm
couch
honestly
ready.
okay with it.
Yeah, I'm getting this iPad out now.
Nah, I'm okay with it. Look, the ref's gonna blow because this ref's been on time. He's been punctual.
Yeah,
there it is.
There it is.
It's all
There
done.
it is.
Neats, a great value. Great
night.
value.
I'm just sad we don't get to see Neats in full kit.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway from the whole game.
Do you know any
Look at Rudiger.
Look, Rudiger is absolutely
Hey, you're coming
fuming.
back.
What?
You're back.
Look at him. Rudiger's still shouting at the floor.
Like,
I don't blame him though.
they have given absolutely
They gave
everything.
everything.
They really did, and
They
they're
left
exhausted.
it all on the floor.
no, they left it all out there. They left it all out. You can't really ask for more than that, especially to go to the Bernabeu, to go 3-0 up. Obviously, it's heartbreaking to lose it. It's the final bingo update.
There's a bingo update. We got a line out of bingo.
We made a
line.
vertical
Kind
line.
of a small wins.
Small wins
Small
tonight.
wins.
Small wins tonight. Hopefully, bingo will be more successful in the semi-finals.
Do you know what?
We'll see.
None of
We'll
our
see if we
predictions
go.
were right.
No
None.
predictions,
Broken
no
couch.
bingo, broken couch.
To
no
be
design.
fair, I did say 3-1 extra time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Mine
I mean,
was alright.
shall we have a quick look at the moment we broke the couch?
Yeah.
Let's cook it.
Oh my god.
It looks like I broke it.
Oh my god.
Take it out your
Sorry.
food.
Amazing.
Sorry, mate.
Amazing.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's
mate.
been a night full of firsts. It's been a night full, not necessarily full of wins, but full of
Yeah,
firsts.
we've had fun.
That's
And
what football's about.
that is what football is about.
It is.
You become the first team ever to go to Real Madrid and win by more than 1 goal in normal time.
Yeah.
That's there's like FIFA, those FIFA clips where the person's holding up a trophy that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
One of those for you to keep.
You can give the Champions League trophy back tonight.
Neats, can I take your final thoughts? I mean, there must be an element of pride in there alongside the heartache.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm actually extremely proud because I didn't think we were actually going to make it this far anyway. So I'm extremely proud of them. I am quite sad given the fact that, you watch your players leave everything out there on the pitch. Look at Thomas Tuchel and the way, he's reacting. He knows he put everything, he threw everything at Real Madrid. And in the end, I just want to say the first leg is what cost us because we could have come here 2-1 down, and we could have won this easily. And you look at Rudiger's face; he wanted this more than anyone, and you can see it all over him, all over the players. And one thing that we haven't seen, or as Chelsea fans, we haven't seen in a long time, are players who want to fight till the end. So this is really nice to see. So many managers have said Chelsea have a mentality problem. Lampard said it, Sarri said it, Conte said it, and now you can see they don't have a mentality problem. They came out here, they left everything on the pitch. So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, it's been a wonderful night of football. I think we're going to call it a day there. But all that's left for me to do is to say thank you very much, Dean Jones. Well done on the bingo. Very, very clear. Ellie, you get to see your dream come true, a team wearing Joma in the Champions League semi-finals.
It's all I've ever wanted. I can retire from football.
You can retire happy now. Neats, not to be Chelsea's night, but it's been an absolute pleasure having you. Thank you so much. I've been Jack Collins. This has been the LiveScore Watch Along. We will be back for the semi-finals. Thanks as well to our man James Lorenzo, the hydration technicians, the furniture technicians. It's been an eventful night in the LiveScore studio. Thank you at home for watching. We'll see you next time. Take it easy.